So, and we're live.
Hello.
I really should adjust that camera so it's actually got me in the shot, maybe.
I'm not a YouTube professional. You do what your heart tells you to do.
Well, I don't want to be like, I want people to see what I'm building too. But anyways, hello,
Yeah.
nobody that's watching yet.
I'm sure people will be flooding in.
Oh yes, flooding in. Once I realize that someone's live. But anyways, until I see that counter go up, we'll just chit chat and.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
Yep.
Yep.
And I'll try to.
What are you working on?
I am trying to get a handful of brick without making too much noise. I just tonight I quickly built a bunch of the next tower bases.
Mm-hmm.
Like for all the top towers, everything that goes on top. So I'm kind of I started the foundations of all those, so they're all done. I've got two here that I just had to fix because the angles weren't right or the parts weren't right.
Okay.
How about you?
I've got like some classic spacey pieces on my desk here, and tomorrow I'm starting a massive clean so that when we do stuff, it's good.
Yeah.
But right now I'm just grabbing some random pieces and going, can I use this?
Cool.
So it's definitely a free build, much like you would do when you were younger.
Yep.
Yep.
Start with a couple of pieces, put them together, say, hey, that looks kind of cool. Maybe get 5 minutes in and say nope, or it does.
I mean, that's bound to happen. So.
Is your second dog? I know Dobby. I can't remember your other dog's name.
Henry.
Is Henry still attacking toys?
Still what? Oh
still
no,
attacking toys.
Oh no, he that was really bizarre last night. He played with it for I don't know, a couple of minutes, and then Emily said something to him, and then he stopped and was like, "I'm no longer interested in this."
Nice.
So I said that Emily is the bringer of no fun, and
I dared to touch it to try to play with it.
She tried to play with him to play with the thing, and Henry was like, "Well, we're done here."
Just muting for a second.
My dachshund is very antisocial.
He says, well, he clings to my phone.
Well, he chooses when to be social. Sometimes it's all the time. Sometimes he doesn't want to have anything to do with you. He's very much a cat.
I was going to say, it sounds like my teenage daughter.
Oh, well, I guess Henry could be a teenage daughter.
Some days she'll want to sit and hang out with me. Other days it's like, nope.
Too cool for dad. See you later.
Yeah. I mean, it's usually when her friend's on the phone, like when she's got a friend to talk to, then obviously she's going to go that way.
Well, sure.
Those are done.
Davy is very upset with our dryer that is currently indicating that it's done drying.
That's awesome. We got someone watching.
All right.
Hello, So Jeff and I are just sitting around chatting and building, hence the name of the build and chat, background or thingy. And now it says 0 again. So maybe we lost someone. Maybe we didn't.
Such is life.
Such is life, for sure.
Davy is still very offended about the dryer. And I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, we'll throw that up. Why not? That way people know who we are. If anybody is watching, hello. I don't think anybody is, so it's just a random sit around, do nothing. I'll sit around, build, chat session. We'll have some more people join as time goes on. We'll run for like an hour and a half, maybe 2. Depends on how active we are and how exhausted we're getting. So yeah. And I'm just going to put some pieces on my castle, so I'll be right back. That's still not tall enough. That one is. This one has to be higher. This one's good though. And Jeff is back. Oop, that's wrong.
There we go.
Hey, no.
Hey, you changed the background.
Yeah, I did. Because it's not a Canadian Brick Builders chat. Oh, crap, it still doesn't work. Yeah, I just set it to the black one because it's a little, it's not one of our regular streams, so why not change it?
This is not an official Canadian. I don't know. I got nothing.
No. Well, I've invited other people too.
Yeah.
If they'll show is a different question, but you know.
Yeah, I understand that.
And if anybody is watching this and wants to join in, okay, there's no one watching this. Let's just be honest. So what's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
So instead, I would do is just hang out and build Lego together and chit chat. Yeah, that sounds like a horrible thing. Okay with that.
Okay.
Okay.
Those can go back.
All right. Let's see if I can get a shape out of this or not. We'll see.
This one has to change too.
So you're taking the red one apart, right? The red and gray building to get the gray pieces to make the wall more, or am I mistaken?
No, this is just one extra building. I've got a few extra buildings sitting around. I'm debating whether or not I want to put buildings on the outside of the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, like when castles got bigger, they would just extend out, right?
This is true.
So I'm debating whether or not to put a few houses on the edges, and I just haven't gotten to that. I just haven't.
It's too bad you don't have enough room for like a farm or something, you know, because that's typically, you know.
Well.
Oh.
For Alabama, I think I'm only going to be an 8 foot by 8 foot.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of base plates.
You do.
And I built a castle years ago that had a whole farmland in front of it and stuff too. So I wouldn't say that's not going to happen, but
okay.
We'll see. It is a future plan, possibly.
Good old future plans.
Yep. There.
Or I like to call it, that is a future Jeff problem.
Future Jeff problem? Yeah, pretty much. Oh, I got some good news though.
What's that?
My supplier. I don't know yet if I can talk about it itself. So the guy who I know who is getting some brick in told me it would be in December.
Mm-hmm.
And it is now, he said now he might be actually getting it Tuesday of this week. So I gave him a little list of all the parts I kind of needed to say, hey, this is what I kind of need. If you have any of them, please let me know.
Sure.
Because, and hopefully he can let me know by tonight. I don't know if he will. But that way I can, I still want to get a bricks and pieces order in before the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm hesitant to like I said, I'm hesitant to order the parts, but at the same time, I feel like I should just so I can get the double VIP points.
Well, you need ducks in a row too. I mean, just in case this guy falls through.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Not that he won't, but I mean.
No, I'm certain he won't.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't have the parts, then I might as well. Hey, dude, Jude. Welcome.
Hey, dude. What's up, man?
So, just the two of us chatting away. We'll have other people join in eventually.
And if we don't, then you'll just have to tolerate our existence.
For sure.
Or turn it off. One or two.
How do you two? So, Jeff's building from table scraps.
Yep.
And I am working on castle bits because that's my life these days.
Yeah.
It's this screen. And I have too many screens. I can't find things. Yeah, he saw my message. Anyways, so yeah, hopefully I'll get a bit of a supply for next weekend. Like I'm off every Friday now for the rest of the year.
Hey, I can't go wrong with that.
No, I had to take like 5 extra vacation days because I was trying to carry them over for Alabama.
Yeah.
And they let us carry over last year due to the COVID. Why do people say it that way? Anyways, due to COVID.
Uh-huh.
And they made an announcement this year that it wouldn't happen. And sometimes our department will allow us to.
Yeah.
But my manager said, no, you're going to have to take them this week or this month. So I'm like,
Yeah.
or between now and Christmas, I'm like, okay, well, there's 5 Fridays. I have 5 days off, and I'm off the last 2 weeks of Christmas anyhow. Like the 2 weeks during Christmas, I always take off.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I'm off every Friday for the rest of the year.
Hey, you can't go wrong there.
Yeah. One of my coworkers has been taking every Friday off since the beginning of the summer.
Nice.
Doing the same stuff. Oh, Technic figures.
Yes, I finally got a Technic figure. I finally have one.
They are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I've always sorry, go ahead.
Even has his helmet.
Oh wow. Do you remember? It was an offshoot of Robotech, I think, but it was the guys that rode the motorcycles,
Mm-hmm.
and then the motorcycles would become their armor.
Yes.
I was always trying to build those for the Technic figs to build that kind of an armor.
That'd be pretty dope.
Because they have all the pins on them, right? And I was always trying to do that as a kid, and I never really figured out a good way to do it. But I should revisit that. So.
Man, Robotech was a cool story.
Yeah. I've rewatched the first one with Min-May, like the first. I think it was the whole show. I'm trying to think now. The problem is I start a show and then something else comes up and I stop and then I forget where I was.
That's fair.
But I mean, like I've watched the first episode of Squid Games and I haven't gone back to it, even though I want to. But it's one of those shows that you kind of want to watch and pay attention to. And right now I'm doing lots of obviously building and stuff, so
yeah,
I can't really pay attention at that point. Go up here. Oh, we got 2 people watching now. Oh, Axel's on too. Hey, Axel.
Hey, Axel, how's it going, man?
Welcome. And he's seeing double. 2 Jeffs. Yeah. Yep.
Jeff squared.
Jeff squared. Okay. Did I fix that one? I'm just gonna put these 2 pieces back in.
Mm-hmm.
Be right back. Oh wait, no, this one needed to be fixed. They both need to be fixed.
Yeah.
Ugh. Is that one good enough? Yeah, that one's okay. This one needs to be fixed still. Okay. 40 of them. Wow, I don't have that many. I maybe have 5 or 10.
Jeez.
Probably closer to 5. But as a kid, I absolutely loved them too. They were awesome.
Oh yeah. So Axel's asking how your trip was and if you got more Lego, which is a silly question.
So yeah, I got some Lego. I made the mistake of going to, like, on my way in, like with VIP weekend, I kind of forgot a little bit that was VIP weekend. Like I did think about it, and I'm like, oh, I'll just go in. I won't go in right. Okay, let's take it backtrack. In order to get to where I was going in the long run, I drive past 3 Lego stores. And two of the Lego stores are literally 15 minutes apart. So my goal was, okay, I'll go to the first Lego store. I'll go in. Maybe there'll be a small line. Oh, Countess is joining. Maybe there'll be a small line, and then hey, Dave. I figured there might be a small line or something like just for people coming in. And when I got there, there was a line up around the corner of the building, like around the corner of the outlet, the store, and it went to. Well, I mean, it was probably a 20, 30 person lineup. So it took me about 15 minutes to get into the store. And when I did, while I was doing that, I was looking at my phone at Shop at Home and seeing what stuff was still available on Shop at Home, because if there's something that I want that isn't available at Shop at Home anymore, I'm going to try and get it in the store. And I noticed the Black Sea Barracuda, or the Barracuda Bay set, the Ideas set was sold out. So I was like, okay, you know what? I've been tempted to get it. I'm not the hugest pirate fan, but it just looks like a cool set, and I've heard people say it's awesome. So I was like, okay, I'll try and grab that. And they were basically letting, two people leave, two people can go in, that type of setup, right? And when I got up to the front of the line, like 4 people left. So the person in front of me went, a couple in front of me went, I went, and the person behind me. And I had already seen where to go. So I started walking towards the Barracuda Bay, and there were 2 on the shelves. And this person behind me squeezes past and starts looking at that exact set. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to be nice, Canadian. I'm going to stand back and just wait for them to finish. 5 minutes looking at the box. Hey, Mr. Blue. And hi, Dave. We'll talk to you in a minute. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. This lady sat there and looked at the box, and finally, like, she kept on grabbing it off the shelf, looking at it. And finally, I'm like, sorry, I'm just gonna reach in and grab that other box. And she just kind of looked at me like, yeah, okay, fine. So I grabbed the other box. I went to go check the pick and brick wall, and as I was walking back towards the cashier, I heard her walk up to one of the employees and say, "Have you got any more of these?" She was holding the Barracuda Bay, and I'm like, oops. But at the same time, I was like, you know what? You took forever. I was waiting patiently. If you wanted both, you should have said so. And then I went to the next Lego store, and they had 5 Barracuda Bays on the shelf. And after our trip, after I was coming back, I went to the last one, and they still had a full shelf of Barracuda Bays. So it wasn't like I wouldn't have gotten it. But anyways, what were you saying?
What I was saying was, it sounds like you've been hanging out with Americans too long, because that is an American move.
Oh, to squeeze past?
Yeah, no, like, look, lady, get out of the way, and then you just pick up.
Well, I mean, I'm also like, I've been waiting in line for 20 minutes to get in, and she was behind me in line. So, I mean, the fact that she just kind of squeezed past, like, she was a smaller person, so she was able to squeeze past me. So, but yeah, then, so I bought that, and I noticed the little penguin creator set, or the little penguin kind of brickhead, but not brickheads. I don't know if you know the seasonal sets that they come out with. That one was sold out, so I grabbed that because it was on my list. And then there was Christmas ornaments, a polar bear and a Christmas present, because I like putting those on the tree. So I got that at the first store. So I got the free set because it was over $220 Canadian, $260 Canadian. Anyways, over whatever the price was. And then the next store, I grabbed a few little things. I got a pick and brick cup, which they had one piece that I needed for the castle. I needed like 21 of these guys. I preferred them in light gray, but they had them dark gray, so I grabbed a bunch. I ended up grabbing, they had the 8x8 gray plates, which I don't have any of, because these are nice. And then a little assorted cup of bits and pieces to fill the rest. So, and then we went to the Brick Shack, and Dave was there already. And we walked in there, and we saw one of the people we used to hang out with years ago, Carol, who
over there.
Yeah, she's she's actually lives out in the East Coast now, but she comes home for the holidays. So comes here for the holidays. And she can work remotely, so she stays for a month or two during the winter in Ontario. Okay. And we had Rick show up. Rick showed up a little bit later, and Chantel Builds popped in. She was there fairly early. And Chantel Builds, Dave, she went across the street. You know where that parking lot was where I was parked?
Yeah.
And a little bit across the street there is an old grocery store.
Yeah.
that's now a Value Village type store, but it's not
Yeah,
a Value
the
Village.
Netherlands one. Yeah, it's over there.
Yeah, she bought a whole bag of Lego there for really cheap,
There you go.
like a big gallon bag or whatever the larger size bag is.
It's,
And I'm like, awesome.
they're good people. I have friends that work there.
Oh, okay.
Friends' parents who work there. So
There you go. And they don't contact you when they get Lego?
nope. It's
Dave,
fine.
you're not using your connections, dude.
It's all good.
So what did you end up doing, Dave, for getting?
Pardon?
What did you get at the Lego store? Oh, yeah.
I took
At
a
the, at Bricks and Pieces. Or no.
Yeah.
The Brick Shack.
Brick Shack.
Yeah. What'd you get? What'd you do? Tell
Oh,
us.
I post those pictures online. They're not here right now. This miscellaneous pieces. For
Miscellaneous
you know,
pieces, yeah.
things I found that I might be intrigued with using. I found some orange pieces because I ran out of orange.
Okay.
So I built all that stuff for Christmas thing. It's competition way back when, and I found some Technic pieces that I ran out of because I keep on running out of Technic pieces.
Yeah.
So had its fun.
Sorry, moving bins down. Trying to put some stuff away so I can move on to the next thing. Mr. Blue's birthday is tomorrow.
Happy birthday, Mr. Blue.
Oh, happy birthday, Mr. Blue. And he says hello to everybody. Yeah, and I had a quick look at the Titanic set too. They had it at the front of the store, and it is a good size. Dude says happy birthday to Mr. Blue.
I'd sing, but Marilyn Monroe does a much better job, so I'm not going to.
And the castle is coming along. I was saying to Jeff a little bit earlier, I've basically I've put like some toppers. Oh, here, let's just switch screens for a second. We'll go like this. Oh, that's probably easy enough. I've started the actual next layer, like where the next layer of towers will go. I've started those. I'm waiting for parts, which I might get some by the end of the week.
Very, very nice.
And after like in a few minutes, I can actually move this landscaping over onto my table and start landscaping a bit, I think. So for a few minutes, you guys might have to talk while I manage to do that. But anyway.
This is a building night.
Yep. So yeah.
Space for sets.
Yeah. You need what?
Nothing.
Oh, are you getting ready for your next video, Dave?
Yeah, I'm looking for space to put stuff.
Oh, space to put stuff.
Space to put space.
I know of a good space to put stuff in a new house, which I know you'll never do because your house is awesome.
My house is tiny.
What was that?
My house is tiny.
It is very tiny, but it's still awesome.
That's mine.
It has like the best backyard that I've ever seen.
Well, it's got a nice view.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on my favorite website ever, Lugnet, and look up a set number because I'm a huge fan of Lugnet.
Yeah. Martin, do you want a link to the chat? I can send you one. As soon as I find the right thingy. We could have some British people in here. Well, American British. Yeah, I'll send it to you in a second. Message. I'll send it to you on Instagram. Yeah, Insta. There we are. And I need the link. There you go. Send you the link. So, I think Martin and I are going to have a castle building contest when we get there. As in, whose is more awesome. Well, I mean, his are all awesome too, but he's going to win. Okay. So I've also, this morning, my sister and I had a chat about, well, we talked for a couple hours, and it was basically taking photos. Hey, Rick. Ricky's done his joint. Is there? Hasn't joined in yet, but he can if he wants. We had My sister and I sat there this morning for like 2 hours, and it was basically taking photos and moving stuff around, taking photos and sending it, just because she doesn't video chat is easy. And we kind of figured out an idea for the inner keep, and I really love it, but I'm not going to share it. I'm going to save it for later.
I like collabs between Jeff and Devon. That makes me happy.
Oh. How's it going, Chantel?
Hello, Chantel.
Hi.
She's kind of snuck in, which is awesome. Brick Snaps is going to join us shortly too.
I don't have the window open. It's got you guys behind my browser window right now, so I can't see anything that's going on. So
well, I'll let you know if anybody else pops in.
I'll just wave a lot and just act like I know what I'm doing.
Dave's grabbing parts.
I'm grabbing parts.
So, and after we hung out at the Brick Shack like yesterday for like, what was it? It was almost 2 or 3 hours, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That we were there. We ended up, Rick and I ended up grabbing some dinner in Hamilton. We went to the Jack Astor's just down the road from Dave.
Okay.
And we had some dinner there. It was Rick's first time outside of like going out to a restaurant in forever. And I miss their food. I haven't had a sit down burger in months, or like a sit down restaurant with adults in 2 years. Axel says hello from the Netherlands.
Hi.
Or Netherlands. So, okay. I'll put this piece down. I'm just going to move some stuff around here, so I'm going to mute for a minute. So if you guys want, or if you can, maybe do some chitty chatty. Dude says hi too. Okay.
I'm currently digging for parts, so I apologize for being extremely quiet, but I'm on a mission now.
It's really hard to hear you. I think you're a little far from the mic, but you have someone else that just joined you?
Dave, and then it's easier to hear.
Yeah. Dave, I'm just going to mute you, okay?
I gotta mute me.
Okay, you mute yourself. Hello, Martin from Alabama.
Hey, what's going on? Hello, everyone. Hey, Chantel.
Okay.
I haven't been on a stream with you before. Hello. Anyway. Hey, Jeff. Hey, Dave.
Hey.
Hey. I'll hang for a little bit. I'm just sitting here.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, it's just a
Okay.
drop-in chat anyhow. So you're sitting on the floor. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
and I'm not even in the picture.
Sorting leaves to build trees. Chunky
Yeah.
trees.
That's cool.
Working on.
You okay, Jeff?
So, yeah.
If Jeff is talking, we can't hear him.
I snapped my finger between two bins, and it did not feel good, and everything is falling apart. Everything is fine. We're all fine here.
We're all
I'm
fine
going to
here.
go back to cursing silently.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you're okay. Oh, jeez.
I enjoyed seeing the pictures of what you, Chantel, Jeff, and Rick yesterday. That was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. We were hanging out for about 3 hours in this little tiny. Well, I mean, it's fairly small, so. But it was funny because you get in there and you start like there was a mom and her kid there, and the kid was probably about 7 or 8, and he's really into Technic, and so they were looking through the bins for Technic parts, and there was another guy there who was it seemed like he was new to the area, and he didn't really know any adult fans. So he knew he existed, but he didn't know any adult fans. So we ended up talking to them for a while too, which was kind of fun. And I mean, just hanging out with each other for the first time in forever.
That's really enjoyable.
It was. So I'm just gonna mute for a second. I gotta clear my table.
Yeah.
The bad way.
How are you doing, Martin?
Jeff, I'm doing all right. I am.
Echo.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm trying to finish up that 4 builds, sticking some storefront windows on Tuesday. So rapidly working on my secret technique for making something look bigger. Add trees.
Add trees.
Trees, color, height, and it distracts anyone from stuff. So it looks like it's bigger build than it actually is. So
Yeah, that's what my plan is for the zoo. I'm gonna put an extra like trees and stuff so that if people don't, it's because it's a collab, so there's not enough people building exhibits, or if someone doesn't end up showing up, I can just put in a few trees here and there and spread it out.
it's a great way to get the eye looking in different places, color, and yeah. I think that's what I like to say. That's what I'm trying to do right now, and I'm going for stumpy tree trunk is my is what I'm working with, and then I slot the branches in because trees are so hard; they always break when you transport them. So
Yeah.
trying to make one that won't break.
Jokingly, Martin, you have to have a session with us and show us how to build trees because that was fun the other day.
Thanks for hanging. Yeah.
Yeah, Martin, Emily, or the Trey Company, Martin, Rick, and who was the fourth?
Yeah, Rick was on there. That was Nicole. So,
Yeah, Nicole. I've never seen her before, so that's why I couldn't remember her name.
Yeah.
They were doing a bit of a tree building session, and it was just more of a "Are you even listening to me?" session. It was funny.
That's how these things go sometimes, right?
Yeah.
So here we are. So, but yeah, just trying a bunch of different techniques of trees. I showed you, didn't I? I didn't show you, but I'll show you this one anyway. It was on there. This is what I've done. So the fact is, the tree trunk is built completely separately and really solid, and it's not so it's only solid, but it's so whenever you have the weight of the tree, it always pulls and puts stress on here. So I don't want it connecting to here, and I don't want it falling over. So the tree just
slides in.
Yep, and it makes it really easy to set up and everything. So I'm gonna push it out a little bit, but
Maybe I can find a picture. Last year for Christmas, I made like a Christmas tree, and it was quite big actually.
I'd love to see. I've got to do one of those.
I got the star.
Right. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying I got the star. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I got a star.
Are you going to build a building in a star shape off it?
Yeah, not for my castle though. But yeah, that could be something for an actual city display.
Yeah.
Or something. Or continue the loops. Go up to this view. Or continue the actual loops on each of these ends.
Yeah.
And just have a tower, kind of like the Burj Khalifa type thing, where you have different round towers going up to finishing at different heights. I know it's nothing like that building, but so, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
So.
Fun. Other Jeff, non-Canadian Jeff. You got a bearded builder shirt? Well, check you out. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I have been a proud member for about a year now. So
Nice.
Yes, sir. What am I doing? I am practicing futility. That's what I'm doing. So every once in a while, everybody plans out their builds and they do all these things, and I have learned that is an awesome thing to do. But every once in a while, I tell myself, let's go 8 years, let's go 9-year-old mode, and just grab some parts and be like, what can I do with this? So that's what I'm doing right now, and I'm really regretting my life decisions.
I like that mode. That's a fun mode.
Yeah, I mean it's fun, but I'm just cragging and old, and I hate everything. I don't know.
Wow.
Well, you're giving us entertainment.
What's that?
And I will show what I'm doing eventually, just not right now.
These guys out.
An interesting. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Chanto.
I might be able to have a picture here. An interesting technique I came up with the tree now. It is very unstable, but if you get like the small tank treads and you wrap them around a gear, you can then take like the plates or the one by plates, and just tile it like all along there in a round circle, and then you have a really small but like round tree stump.
The texture I'm sure looks great on that. Most trees are unstable, period.
Yes.
So
Sorry, I'm just moving some stuff over. I'll be back in a minute.
And Dave, what are you doing up there? Dave, I haven't seen you for a bit. I know I'm always on or not always. Whenever I'm on Old Grey Brick, sometimes you're on.
Yeah, I've abandoned Chris.
He's abandoned the show as well, right? He shut down Thursdays for a while now. So
Yeah, I feel bad because Chris is a good friend. I've known him for over two decades, and yet I seem to be busy every time he does a show.
Yeah.
So it's like,
He's very diligent with that, and he's very inclusive. And
yeah, he's fantastic, and he reached out to me and he says, "Can you have my show?" And I said, "Sure." And then life happened.
it does.
I can only devote so much time to this hobby.
Yeah, and this is getting busy time right now, right? It's
Yeah.
showtime. You always think this November, December is build for Brick for Alabama, and whatever else. And so I'm like, the time is pretty valuable. So
There's one of the versions of the trees I made.
oh, look at that! Yeah.
Because then you can also add like rebuilding, like add a little moss on the sides, or add more branches, like small branches, because it's not very strong, but going outwards along the trunk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's
That's
cool.
just something to get you started off of.
I have lots
Yeah,
of those.
so that's and nice and different. I like it.
I just realized that Fazoom's actually popped into the chat as well.
Hello, Fizzy.
Chris, if you're on the chat, you have a link if you want it, like discount maple syrup. And yes, Dave left Fazoom behind.
Mm-hmm.
Not really, just yeah.
And then he followed it up with like discount maple syrup.
Hey, discount maple syrup. That Canadian export is fantastic.
Yeah, and Axel, a lot of the trees I build are pretty much connected by one stud as well. So yeah, the leaves fall off continuously.
Yeah, I'll show you the here's what I'm doing here. So this is the tree, and my light's really not very good. So here's the inner tree trunk that I've built. Right.
Oh yeah.
And then it just is going to slide into that and sit.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to wrap these up, like they will probably be about 20 on each bit, and it's going to sit there. It's going to hang, and then it's a short, stumpy tree.
You hung that really quickly. How did you get that to go on there with it? Or you didn't push it down, I guess.
Oh, so this is down here, but look, so yeah, it sits on.
Yeah. Okay. No, it's just when you set it onto the stump, it just looked like it slid right in, and usually those things have a lot of friction.
Yeah, because like they're bendy, so you gotta kind of bend it a little bit just to get it lined up just right.
So whatever it is, these clips here don't have friction on them.
Oh, really?
I think, let me find, and I use a lot of alt bricks, but the alt brick leaves, I had tons of them. I found the Lego one.
Yeah.
And then there's another one as well that gives it that little bit of movement, and it allows it to droop just a little bit more.
Hey, brick fella.
There's something about it. So
hey guys,
when you put them upside down, it actually has more clutch than you do when it goes that way up.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm now realizing that usually I'm sticking those leaves on the hose, on the bendable hose.
oh boy,
Yeah.
And those ones have a lot of friction, so maybe that's where I'm.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
But yeah, there's just enough movement, or it's just not thick enough that it allows that tiny droop that you need to get it going.
Yeah, it lets it lean a little bit.
Yeah. Hey Rick.
Cool. Hey Rick, how's it going?
hey guys, not bad. You?
Good.
Good.
I feel like I've hung out with a lot of you guys yesterday. It's weird.
That's super fun.
Yeah, how strange how that happens, eh?
I'm gonna hang out with the other two of you guys in like a couple of months.
Less than that.
Oh, don't go there.
Moving around quickly. Yeah.
Yes, I know. Anyway, and Chantal, I'll throw this tree up because you.
Oh yeah, that's the tree I made for last Christmas.
Oh, very nice. I like it. Very Christmas. So what is that? Those hinge plates.
They're just clips onto like the plate with the bar sticking up.
Okay, so that's the same clips that I'm using here then in that case.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm a big fan of those.
Yeah, so then I just made it all brick built, including all the branches going out because it's an evergreen tree, so I thought it'd be easier to just make it all brick built.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take that down now. Oh, crap. Sorry, I just accidentally removed Martin. Chantal stopped sharing the screen just as I was clicking on the remove button, so Martin appeared there and he disappeared. That was not intentional.
Didn't even notice it.
No, luckily you were looking down. We're good. We didn't want to offend you. So, what have you been working on today, Rick?
I didn't work on anything today actually. I got the Christmas tree up.
Oh. that's something.
Got some decorations out. Put the train around the tree for the kids just 10 minutes ago. So
Cool.
so we're pretty much set to go.
That tower is not the right height. Oh,
Lego
that's-
wise, nothing.
Cool.
I have been admiring this though, Dave.
Oh, precious.
My precious.
Anytime you need something, you just let me know.
It's awesome, man. Appreciate it.
Hello, Greg Dillion from outside of Houston.
Greg Dillon.
Greg Dillon. Oh, sorry.
Hey, how you doing, Greg?
I don't know, Greg, so welcome. And yeah, Brickfella popped in earlier on. So yeah, we've got Oregon, Alabama, Central Ontario.
I'm
represented.
about 15 sets away from building the Megacore magnetizer.
Oh, can't wait, Dave. I'm surprised you don't have that built currently.
Ah, there's no room for it, so I just it's in here.
That sounds like an excuse.
I am slowly realizing that I probably should have gone from biggest to smallest instead of from smallest to biggest. 'Cause I'd wasted a lot. Well, not wasted, but I put together all the small sets that I'd never bought, but just happened to have all the pieces for. But then, of course, when you get to the bigger sets, it requires the specific pieces, the
Yeah.
rare pieces. You don't have them anymore because they're all in the small set that I actually did buy when I was a kid. So, what ifs?
Hoping you get a gray 6,000 piece dog. I'm not sure who he's looking at that for, but Axel's asking if anybody used the double VIP weekend. If anybody buy a Lego this weekend?
Did not.
Nope.
I'm the only one who did?
Not in a bona fide store.
Really? Wow.
The 6,000 piece dog is the AT-AT.
Oh, the 6,000 piece dog. Is that doesn't come available until next week, though, right?
I don't know. Yeah.
I think
I
it's
think
on.
it,
Sorry, go ahead, Chantal.
I heard that it was supposed to be available during the VIP thing, double
Oh.
VIP points, but
I don't know. I
I'm
think
not
it's-
sure. Because I saw it whenever I would click on the weekend, like the celebration thing, it would also have a countdown to when that set was available.
Okay. I'm doing a quick search. What do you mean you can't AT-AT? AT-AT. Sorry, we can't find AT&T. No. Coming soon. I'm just waiting for the page to load because it's slow. I think it was Thursday or Friday. Let's just see. November 26th, so Friday it's available on Black Friday. So yeah, $950 Canadian.
No way.
It's crazy now how if you don't remember that question that people used to say if you got $1,000, what would you buy in Lego? Now the question has to be if you've got $10,000, what would you buy in Lego? Because $1,000 is like I'm gonna buy a set.
One
I
set.
still have to pay the tax.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did buy the Black Sea Barracuda. I was in a store. I noticed Shop at Home was out of stock, so I quickly grabbed one. And then went to 2 other Lego stores, and they still had lots of them in stock. I had taken like the second last one off the shelf, and when I left, the other one was gone too. But not a huge pirate fan, but I do like the look of that set. I like the fact that it's an idea set, and hey, who doesn't want more pirates and space and castle stuff?
Yeah.
So,
If you like any of that stuff, I think you'd regret it when it's
well, that
not-
was the other thing, and I've heard it's a really good build.
Yeah.
So I'm just moving my camera for a second, so I'm just gonna mute.
That was my first big set that I've ever built. Well, ever built as an AFOL ever built. I built it last Christmas. I got it as Christmas gift of money.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I built a gingerbread house on the Beyond the Brick live stream, and then I built that.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh yeah, you were on the live stream. Though.
I was.
That's where I met you. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Me too.
I wasn't there.
But yes, I've known you for a year now. Almost.
I know, Martin. It's kind of weird, right?
That's fun. Hey, I will be at Alabama. You're going to get there, and I'm not going to be there. You're going to be like, "Is it Brick Rodeo all over again?"
It'll be Brick Rodeo all over again.
I'm in California for work, and they've got us flying out on Friday at the moment. But I might be able to leave Thursday evening.
Yeah.
But if not, I'll be there late Friday. So,
Oh, you're flying out of California on Friday. You're not flying into California on Friday.
yeah, it's always we always have a big work meeting at the end of the month. It's like a
Okay.
kickoff meeting, and then most of the time it's the manager's meeting, which I have to go to before. And
All I know is it'll be nice to sit around and have a meal and just hang out with y'all. So that's what I'm looking forward
That's
to.
for sure. I agree 100%. There. That's probably the best view I'm going to get with that. So, Greg is playing Cyberpunk. Cool.
Cyberpunk's a fun game. It's a beautiful disaster, but it's a fun game.
Never played. So,
Yeah, if you like role-playing games and science fiction-y stuff in a future city that's, I don't know, it's Shadowrun.
if I knew what that was, I would agree.
Fantastic.
I don't play a lot of games.
Yeah, that's understandable. Shadowrun was an RPG set in the far-off future of 2020, where magic had reawoken and most of the world had gone to ruin. And it's fun.
That actually sounds good, yeah. Okay. So, what are you working on, Chantel? I don't think we actually heard from you.
I'm not working on much. I was thinking of doing some sorting, but then realized it's not always the best way of doing it while streaming because I have to get up and keep putting all the stuff back there, and it's too noisy. So right now, I'm just fiddling with some pieces here and trying to see some cool ideas to build off of these Lego IKEA containers
Okay.
that I just got. So
Cool.
I'm just gonna see what I can come up with.
That's awesome.
did you say you're doing a zoo? Is that
Yes,
right?
I am.
So what sort of style are you building? It's on the list of things to do that I'll never do. So, that I want to do.
So it's a collab, so I'm just going to end up having a lot of mixed styles because not everybody has the same envision as the main person who's doing it, which is run by me. But a lot of the inspiration I'm taking off is like kind of like a modern look with like a rustic feel to it. So like a lot of the enclosures, I'm getting a lot of brown and like tan parts just to make it look more like nature.
Yeah.
And like environment and stuff like that. Like even the man-made structures are going to have some of a rustic feel to it. But then I'm also, for example, the main walkway, there's going to be the same enclosure on both sides with like an overpass so that the tigers or whatever and large cats can go over top the pathway. So like some different unique architecture designs to it.
That will be good.
And they can pounce on the humans going underneath.
Yeah.
She wasn't going to say that out aloud so that they would be able to feed, but now all the humans know.
Little flaw. No, I'm just
Yeah,
not really a flaw. Just
Because like for the while when I first got into Lego, I would do like many different styles, but then I realized that the what I'm best at, like trying to figure out what I'm good at, and it turns out I'm really good at like just like plants and Lego, like nature type stuff because. Even just working on small stuff I can do, even though it's just plants, texture it enough to make it kind of look unique and cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I'm finding that's the fun thing is like building. The most enjoyable for me is building what I enjoy doing. Right? Sometimes I don't want to do it as much, but like I always come back to cards. It's just that's going off the charts. So right now I'm just going to and please myself. Problem, please others.
Not going there, but good idea. Oh, Rick's back. Hey, Rick. And Rick, you said you weren't actually working on anything, were you? Or-
No, I am just relaxing.
Relaxing.
It's been a long 3 days, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I was exhausted yesterday when I came home. It didn't help that Toronto was under construction, the entire city.
Oh,
It was there was a bunch of accidents all the way on my way back because like some of the roads were under construction too. So it was like 2 lanes and then you get a car accident. So my drive back was not as enjoyable. But by the time I got home, I was exhausted and I was like, I don't want to do anything. But then I came down here just to bring my bricks down and stuff. And when I got here, I sat down and I started building, and I'm glad I did. I built like 2 houses, and then I finally went to bed. But you know,
Rick,
sometimes you
I
kind of
understand-
force yourself. Sorry.
Rick, I understand completely. You peopled yesterday, and it's the first time you peopled in a long time.
yeah.
This is a good one.
It
No,
takes a lot.
It does.
Especially since I was one of the people.
Yeah.
You're fantastic people, Jeff.
Yeah.
I like the piece that guy was looking for yesterday in the bin.
There you go.
Oh, did you find the piece?
Oh,
So
yes.
remember he was asking,
Oh.
he was asking if we saw it, and I'm going,
Yeah.
I have a billion of those at home, so it's that paper.
But you stole it. You
That's
didn't
right.
give
I
it to him?
took it from Brick. Pee-wee doesn't need the money, so I took it from his store.
No, but I'm saying like he was looking there. So there was a guy there who was looking for a part the whole time, and he asked us if any of us had seen it, and I started looking for it as well when I was just going through, and Dave actually found one and kept it.
That's exactly what I did.
That's nice, Dave.
So un-Canadian of me. I put it right in my pick-a-brick cup.
Yeah, just put it right
Knowing
on
that I
top
already
so
have
that you
100
can
here,
see it.
Yeah. Ooh, look what I found.
Oh, look, I found this part. Oh, thank you. Oh no, I think I'm gonna keep it.
Oh.
He was very sweet. He actually put a because I was finding those 6x6 girder pieces. We got the tons of dark gray blade years ago, but they're in yellow, and I get the newer sets that I wouldn't get. But
Yeah.
every time I saw one in the brick bin, I would grab one, and he saw that I was doing that, so he came over with 2 or 3 and threw them in my bin. I said, "This is fantastic! I don't have to put it anymore. So people are bringing me pieces."
Have you found the piece that I put in your bin yet, Dave?
Yes, I've watched all of them, but they're all over there.
And how about you, Rick?
No, and I'm still worried that I threw it back.
Well, it was a 1x6 clear brick.
Yeah, I knew it.
You threw it back?
I did.
Oh, that's okay.
And
I
Chantal
saw-
went over to the Benevolent Fund, and she found some more Lego over there.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's okay.
I saw it in there and I
tried-
was like, oh, I must have accidentally put that in there.
I was just doing it as a joke.
Oh, okay.
So
I
do it
had
to
been
Dave
there
also.
before, and people just start dropping stuff into my pick-a-brick cup, and I go, whatever.
Yeah.
I'd see them, they'd just be like, blink. Stick it in the cup.
I will say I stopped by my Valley Village before I drove out to see you guys, and there was like 7 bags on the wall, 7, 8 bags on the wall. The issue was that I'm getting really like I don't want to show you my floor right now because you can't see my floor right now from all the stuff that has to be sorted into this room, and I'm trying to keep it contained to this room. And I'm really sick of sorting, and especially sorting out the non-Lego from Lego. And there was, I would say it was a good, at least 50-50 split. Usually when it's 80-20, like 80% Lego and 20% other stuff, I will, and it's got some really cool pieces, I will get the bag. But when I see 50-50, I don't, it really, the pieces have to be like Classic Space,
Yeah.
trans yellow before I'll buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had yellow ladders in there. They had some friend stuff mixed in there, but a ton of old light gray Mega Block, and you can just from a distance you can see the shade difference between gray Mega Block and gray Lego. And there was a ton of it, and I'm going, I don't want to sort out Mega Block anymore. I'm just tired of it. So I didn't buy any of it. I got one bag that was 100% Lego, and it's over there too.
Because sometimes like you're paying for whatever amount for this amount of quantity, but then when you sort it out, it's actually only X amount of quantity, and then you realize sometimes when like you find other places, like apparently Once Upon a Child, they pre-sort it all, So
Yep.
then it's like it does cost more, but if you think about it, it may end up being a better deal because then you don't have to sort it and you know exactly how much you're
And
getting
they
rather
watch
than
it
a
too. Like
gamble.
it's cool. Once Upon a Child, I'm very, very impressed when they actually have Lego. That it's very, very almost. I mean, I watched every used piece that comes into my house, but normally I wouldn't have to from Once Upon a Child, and they've had some really good. But their bags start at $12 to $15 a bag.
Yeah.
They're bigger than Value Village, but as Chantel said, you know it's from Lego and it's clean. Whereas, like I opened some of these Value Village bags, and there's like dead, ants and whatever other critters that were stuffed off the floor. It's like, yeah. This is why I have to wash it.
Decisions.
Rick, are you done with your birthday present Lego set?
I am. I finished the gauntlet today, and that's pretty much the end of birthday present Lego.
Fun to have there.
Yeah. Is anybody else getting some feedback?
Yeah. For sure.
Oh, it's Jeff. It's just Jeff.
Oh,
Just-
where's the bin?
Like I have YouTube open, but usually what I do is I just mute the whole site. 'Cause you can
Yeah.
right click it and then mute site.
It's because I don't have my headphones on and my mic picks up the. So yeah, I'm just gonna.
The gauntlet.
Because we're such a professional stream service that we need it to be.
Pristine, yeah, right.
Yeah.
I want to hear that. I want to hear that pin drop.
Rick, have you done the flipping the bird yet?
Yep, I did.
All right.
Yeah, I still haven't. That was one of the sets that I'm kind of debating, but it's just a shelf holder, right? It's just a dust collector.
Well, I like it for the gold pieces, which I will use eventually for something.
Yeah.
Some of them. Yeah.
Get on there.
And it has the. Yeah. It's interesting because I've seen a lot of people do different hand gestures with that one.
Yeah, exactly. Looks like you can maybe hitchhike.
Do thumbs up.
Going my way. It's interesting the way they did the fingers. They're attached by only a single
Ball joint.
clip, actually.
clip.
Clip.
Yeah, so you can actually splay them out just take them right off. But you can actually push them. Well, it's hard to see, but
Move them a little bit. Have a
yeah,
little
you
bit
can move
give
them
to
a little
them.
bit, like that, and like this.
Hold on.
So you can actually have them really open.
Nice.
He lost a
That was
finger.
classic.
That
I
was-
think there's people at the Lego headquarters who look at that set now and regret releasing it because it's used for profanity, and
Yeah.
it might
Yeah.
actually end up pulling it. I bet
Yeah.
someone's having a fit about it.
But you can also do the Vulcan live
The
long and
hand
prosper
salute.
with
Oh,
it. Right?
maybe I could. Yeah, let's see if I can do that.
Then now Dave wants to get it.
That's the only reason why I'm going to get it now.
Just for that.
Just for that. I've been a Trekkie since my earliest memories.
That's awesome. Oh, yeah, it's actually funny because I didn't read the chat. And Axel said the exact same thing.
You can do it.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah.
Well, at least Axel, not my mind. Anyways. Okay. I really hate it when Lego is literally a couple of millimeters. I've got a brick at the bottom here that's sticking out a millimeter or two just beyond the tile below it. And if I push it any farther, it forces the whole thing to split open. So I now have to put a row of tile there. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Annoying. It's annoying. Or is it? Actually, no, I just figured out how to do it. I just need some bricks. I'll be back.
All right. Oh man, there's so much Lego in here. It's just like you guys,
feel your
Lego
pain.
everywhere. What's that?
I feel your pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I plan on resorting a lot of the stuff because I've had more bulk come in the last few months. Just need to refigure it all out.
Mm-hmm.
Change the layout of the build
I've got to get.
station a bit.
Yeah. I've just got to get the sets built. Like, I could build them all, but I have plans for them, you know? So
Yeah.
I got to get down to doing those plans. Martin, I don't know if I mentioned, but I bought a bunch of 1x plates for the Bates Mansion. He's deep in concentration.
Putting those leaves together.
So was there a question?
I was talking to you.
All right. Well,
Just was saying. What's that?
I'm just listening to you.
Okay.
Sorry, I heard you Bates Mansion. I just thinking about those red roof pieces, and I hope you bought them.
Nope. I bought plates for the walls.
So what are your main pieces you've got to source that you don't have other than the roof?
The roof slopes. I need to get the roof slopes.
Does anyone have them, or is it a quantity as well?
It's going to be a bricks and pieces order, I think.
Okay.
Because Lego does have them on the site, so.
That's awesome. Double VIP points this weekend.
Oh, that's would that count for like bricks and pieces order?
Yeah, I think it does.
Oh boy.
There we go.
I'll have to do that tonight then.
Yeah, I'm debating the same.
Now.
That's actually a really good idea. I have a list of stuff I need. I should do that before rather than 1 week after or a few days after.
Well, now I'm regretting not building the parts list.
So,
Still have time.
Oh gosh, no.
Living in Canada, ordering from Bricklink, is it as long for you living in Canada as it is for people living in America, or is it just Canadians? Like it's just normal shipping time for you?
I would say when I order from Canadian stores, it gets here I won't say overnight, but it gets here within a couple of days of when I actually place the order, which is great.
Okay.
I usually default to Canadian big stores.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I order from the big guys in the States, Mames and all those guys, I don't know if they're still around, but they're comparable just a few days later. But if I order from anybody else, I know it's going to be 2 weeks plus.
Okay.
Before it gets here.
Hello, sister.
Hi,
Hey,
Ron.
Ron.
My sister has joined the chat.
Hey, sister.
She must have just woke up. She's not working tonight, so she'll probably be with us for most of it.
Unless we pick on her brother too much, and then she'll just feel sorry for you and leave.
Well, she's more than welcome to leave if she's feeling sorry for me. But,
Sorry, Ron.
okay. I need to find my routine. That was loud.
The interesting thing about yesterday is when Chantal got there, I just happened to come across a 1x2 brick that had the old 60s logo on top of it.
Ooh.
And I said, hey, Chantal, that brick's older than you and possibly older than me. And I just went into my collection right now to find the 1x2, and I found exactly the same brick in my collection. That's just ancient.
I just have to say something real quick. Martin, those are fantastic socks that you have on.
What? What's up? Awesome.
They are Maggie's. Here's the thing that happens. Whenever I go out of town, Maggie will go in. If I've got my suitcase packed, she will take my suitcase and change my socks out on purpose. And I like colored socks, but she would normally say, I've got dog ones and cat ones that I get for Christmas. She'll normally put those in. And, I'm in a hotel going to work. I'm like, I'm wearing kitten socks. It's like she just gives me every time. So these are actually her socks. So, all right. Thank you for noticing.
My brother-in-law Chandler. So Chandler is a very humble guy. He doesn't really ask for anything for Christmas. The only thing he ever asks for is "quote unquote" funny socks. So I think he's got like an entire dresser full of just funny socks with like cartoon characters or whatever else on it and everything else. And your kid's a crack up, I swear.
That's awesome. No, a little message for you, Jeff.
Okay. All right.
we were talking about you earlier today, and well, I was telling you about my nephew a little while ago too, before we started chatting, and just the well, anyway, I don't know. I can continue to have that discussion later. I don't know if we're going to talk about it now, but just the social anxiety type stuff and things like that. So.
Oh, I'm always happy to talk about all that stuff out loud because you shouldn't hide it. You know, you shouldn't use that as a shield. That's people will stop treating it like they do if you're open and loud about it. So it's okay to talk about that stuff.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. That was a rant on a soapbox, and I apologize.
No, it's okay. No, I just, some people aren't comfortable talking about stuff like that online. I was pretty sure you were, but sometimes I want to make sure, right? So.
I know it took me a long time to get over my social anxiety because I was never one-on-one. I like being one-on-one, talking to somebody in a close personal. I go to a party, I go find an obscure corner and find somebody to talk to basically the entire night. Yeah, I think, and as I got older, the less anxious I got, and it was just like, now it's just like whatever. If I stumble over my speech and I do it all, you can just tell I'm not an eloquent speaker. I'm not like Rick with his, very smooth and I don't know what the right word is. I want to say sensuous voice, but he's like a DJ voice going on there. But I always fumble for words. But again, I just don't care.
I don't see it. I don't see it though. I think you're great.
Thank you. But I do get flustered when I see my friends flustered because I get flustered for them. And it's like, I want to step in and, help where I can. And I just don't know how. So that's where my anxiety really, really builds up. So in awkward situations for other people, I just like, what am I going to do to help?
I went to the Thanksgiving with the in-laws tonight, and I was like, okay, this is cool. And I brought the 3-in-1 creator robot, like Miner Mech, with me. That's the white one. It's from space. I literally sat with my back up against the wall, away from as many people as I could be, and I built that and did nothing and was like, I am socializing. So,
I honestly think the internet helped for me because I got to know a lot of people online, and not a different kind of persona, but I got to be, especially in the group of Lego with Lugnet and our RTL groups and whatever, and the banter flowed, and nobody cared about making airs about whatever. And it was like, I found that to be a very calming influence on me, that whatever, I can be me because I'm not a bad person. And because again, we all probably experienced bullies and all that stuff growing up. So the fact that I was accepted because we probably all got this too, like after 12 and you're playing with Lego, especially in the 80s, it probably wasn't the best. It was frowned upon by, shall we say, the elders of the community and their families. And yet I didn't want to give it up, right? I couldn't, there was no cogent, there was no rational, there was no reason that they could say to justify me giving up the Lego besides it's a kid's toy. But I said, no, it's not. It can be a kid's toy, but you collect stamps. So what are you talking about? And I don't disparage people who collect stamps. And collect coins and fix cars. And so I have my cousin Rick, who takes his car to all car shows across North America. They were saying, why don't you be more like Rick? What, tinkering in a garage for 6 hours a night? I can be down here playing Lego 6 hours a night. What's in the grand scheme of things? What's the difference? That's his hobby. This is my hobby.
That's right. So that's all there is to it.
And I got my back up a few times in my late teens and early 20s, but I think after 21, nobody cared that I was playing with Lego. And again, this is pre-internet, and I thought I was the only adult in the world playing
You
with
are.
Lego at the time. And
Hey, Emily.
Yeah, hey, Emily. Sorry, I was waiting for Dave to finish, but
Oh, that's fine. No, I just me going on one crazy ass tangents, but I just whatever, and that's my whole life now. It's like, whatever. You guys can think what you want. Just as long as I'm not hurting you and you're not hurting me, and I'm supportive of people. I try to be as supportive as possible. This is my hobby, and if you don't like it, you can walk that way. I'm walking this way. So.
Yeah, I find for me it's weird. It kind of goes in waves. There's some times where I'm in a situation where I'm normally comfortable, and I'll suddenly be struck with some kind of stage fright or whatever, and I just get relatively quiet. And then people say, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
Because they're used to hearing me a little more than normal. So
I hear that too.
And then there's just times I just like to sit and listen.
Mm-hmm.
Those awkward silences are awesome.
Yeah.
Martin or Rick, if Emily wants to join, you guys can pass her a link. If she's interested.
I'll ask her. I'll let her know. Yeah, I'll ask her.
So it's nice meeting new people. She's in chat anyhow, obviously, so she can always just pipe in and say yeah or no. But question: going away from social anxiety for a few moments.
What is this?
And I'm just going to move my webcam as close as I can, which is about there.
Like zoom in.
Should I put buildings outside of the castle wall?
You always do.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Because that'll also allow me to put like red brick back here and get more gray brick, so I don't have to buy as much. So yes, all right, we're going to do that.
I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so.
Yeah. I know you said it earlier. I like getting a larger group of opinions than just one.
Oh, so my opinion doesn't matter. Okay, so my opinion doesn't. Cool. All right, fantastic.
Well,
it's fine. It's fine.
Fine.
It's fine. Yes. Jeff. Nice.
Enjoying your lettuce?
He always makes me laugh, Jeff. Anyway.
Martin, it's a well-known fact that Martin always consumes 2 to 3 pieces of Lego while building trees. So
true. That's so Koshi. However,
yeah.
I have to like to get them. Like my fingers hurt so much, and I'm building it upside down trees to connect them in. Like sometimes it doesn't like connect so easily, so I have to just like a little bit of pressure, and then I might hang out there just a little bit too long. Like, oh,
oh yeah, I like this.
Yeah. It's hard like when I'm now building from the bottom up. I'm like, I gotta get in there.
Does anybody actually use a rubber mallet?
Yes.
I don't have one, but I've seen it being used.
I've seen it being used. I've never used it.
I pulled one out last week because I was trying to get something level, and I was almost about to hammer the area that wasn't level, and then I realized it was actually one plate higher.
Oh, so you're gonna just keep hammering and hammering and hammering.
Like,
come on,
why won't it go on here?
Good test as well for trees if they shake. But yeah, I like the hammer, the mallet. And so when I build, if I'm building something big, so when I started using it, the first time was when I built Peach's castle, and I was trying to rapidly build it really quickly. So I build the layers instead of pushing down every time I put a brick on. I would build like 4 or 5 brick high, and then I'd go and just tap it, and you build so much quicker that way.
And it saves your fingers. Your fingertips aren't bleeding at the end of of the build.
That tree's done.
That Harley Davidson is one of the best Lego builds I've ever experienced. It was just so satisfying the entire way through, and really nice techniques and really intricate little connections. Oh, love it.
I think the first time I've seen the mallet thing was used was actually on the Brickmasters, even though I'm sure people have been using it before that. I just never seen it until then.
I think I've seen it in videos of like people that do shows where they're building huge mocks, kind of like what Jeff's doing there. And you just see them in like the prep, like building the actual thing before the show. Mm-hmm. You see it in their hands. They're knocking bricks down, but yeah.
Well, I know when they're doing they always do the Guinness Book World Record towers of Lego. There was one at the CNE. It's got to be CNE. And I just started dating, so it's got to be 17 years ago. We went there and helped out for a few levels, and so you get the kids in the little building the little squares that just keep on going up, and then the guys come around and they take it away from the kids and they hammer the whole thing down with a mallet. And I go, okay, I get that because there's 2x4s and then the whole thing's built from 2x4s. But like if I took a mallet to my tower, like I wouldn't have a tower. It's like it's not like a Simon Liu build where you breathe on it and it falls apart, but
Yeah.
it's close enough.
I mean, doing plates on plates, like large plates,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to get them all level out.
Yeah, exactly.
Axel just said there's a motorcycle called Hurley
Davidson.
Davidson.
Oh my goodness.
Chinese
Hurley Davidson.
Told you that thing is hell on earth. That's awesome. And Jeff, join back in. I know I'm pretty sure you were being goofy, but if you weren't, I just like having multiple opinions. Really, I do. Anyway, and my sister asked about me and my sister had a chat this morning. I've said this once already, but we spent 2 hours. Jeff.
I just had to go smoke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured you were just play acting anyhow, but I was getting worried because I don't want to hurt people's feelings. I'm Canadian after all.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm like Rick.
I don't know what I am.
So yeah, my sister and I this morning we were trying to figure out my inner keep design, and we spent like 2 hours of me taking photos while we're talking on the phone and sending them to her in Messenger, and designing it. But I'm thinking of keeping it a secret because I've been broadcasting or I've been photographing like the castle's progress, and I think it'll be kind of neat to have it as something that no one's really seen. Yeah, like a surprise. So, which basically means that every time I have a chat, I've got to make sure it's removed from the castle. But we'll figure that out as it goes. So, those trees are looking awesome, Martin.
Well, I mean, the castle's modular, so
Yeah.
Easy peasy, right? Just move it.
Yeah, but as soon as I start building that inner keep, I have to reach over walls to put it in. So it's going to start getting a little bit challenging. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the tan plates that I have in there, tile it, and just build the castle separate. Like just make sure I got the footprint right, and then build the castle separate from there.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but
Man.
well, secrets aren't always good. Secrets can be bad. But anyways, surprises are good.
Surprises can be bad as well.
Well, this is true too. Okay, fine.
Sorry.
Nothing is good. Everything is bad.
Everything is bad.
Everything is bad.
So, Ricky, it sounds like you had a pretty fulfilling weekend with the family and a good birthday. So I'm happy for you, man. That's cool.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, it was kind of a nice even 50-50 split between my Lego family and my real family, or
There you
my
go.
family, if you will. So,
I will.
yeah. So
I'm
it
glad
was,
you're,
yeah,
I'm
it
glad
was a
you're here
nice.
with us tonight, by the way. So.
Thanks, man. Yeah, me too. Well, I saw you guys were on, and I was getting the kids to bed and doing those last minute Christmas decoration things with them. So, but as soon as it was time, I popped on.
Yeah.
For
Good idea.
the
Good idea.
for the record, my sister, the new guy is Martin. He's from Alabama, and he builds amazing stuff. Add Brick Snaps on Instagram. My sister just started doing the Instagram. Add Brick Snaps, SNAPS, Brick Snaps, and you will be amazed by what he builds. All of us aspire to build like him. And how long have you been building, Martin?
Well, I don't think that's true, first of all. I aspire to be like many of you. I've been building for a long time, actually.
Have you?
Like
Okay.
7 years. Yeah. Just not visible, apart from I'd go to a show and I'm there with my kids and I don't really talk to anyone because I'm entertaining my kids, or Maggie's ripped her toes open in the stanchions, right? And I'm exhausted and take them back to the hotel. So I, say hello to people, but never really hang out. So
Yeah.
Didn't get on Instagram with Lego until early this year, really. So.
Okay. Yeah. So you're new to me. I mean, I just started with Instagram probably the past year as well.
Yeah.
I mean, Dave and I have been building since, well, Dave earlier than me probably, but we've been in the community since 2001 for me. I think it was probably 99 for Dave or 97
Wow.
for Dave.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, as soon as RCX hit the market, 1998.
So 97.
I knew
Like
Martin.
that.
I knew Martin from some of his show stuff because I'd seen it, and when I finally got to talk to him, it was probably one of my favorite experiences with the Lego community. So that was fun.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
I've definitely seen Martin on Beyond the Brick before meeting him, but I didn't connect the dots. Actually, Martin, how did we meet this year? Was it just by sort of happenstance on a stream, and that was kind of it?
It must have been through Hoop. No, yeah, so you were on Brett Hooper's. You were on a YouTube channel, Instagram Live Saturday nights, and I'd just hang out and I'd build. And I got to know Brett a little bit, and you were always on there, so I got to know you that way.
Yeah.
It's always good when you guys. I'm sorry, Ricky. Go ahead.
Well, that's okay. I was just going to say I'm happy it happened, and I would agree, Jeff. I do aspire to build like Martin, and by that I mean in real life.
I would love to be able to build digitally like you do. I'd love that skill set. I can't do it. That's a lot of talent. It's a different talent.
Yeah, I agree.
That is 100%. As much as I might give Rick crap for it always being digital, that's absolutely true.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, Martin. I like them. They're very like there's trees in Africa that are like that. They're very stubby and what are they called?
Starts with B.
So what they're reminiscent of, the ones that are near, they're in England. Some of the oldest trees in Europe are in Chichester in England, and these giant trunks. And my kids would go and climb up them. And for the D-Day preps, they went and hid most of the tanks under these trees and these canopies. There was no way for them to be seen visibly. And there's all these tank tracks, and there's like tank threads that still sit there and everything. So yeah, these are the stuffy ones, and then I've got them kind of being accented by the taller ones in the back.
I don't think they're bonsai.
No.
Those are pretty awesome, though. I gotta say.
Yeah, thank you. They are Lego trees.
They are Lego trees.
Yeah. And with that, thank you for everyone. Hey, thank you for letting me on. I'm gonna go and hop off because I got the Christmas decorations out, and now I need to parent and actually let's put them up. I'm going out of town tomorrow. So.
Okay. Yeah. Well, thanks for popping in, Martin.
Thanks for letting me hop on to see you guys.
Good seeing you, buddy.
Yeah, and Chantel hadn't been on stream with you. You know, the first time I saw Chantel was when it was Kate's fairground challenge or something. Build something you built.
Roller coaster.
Yeah.
It was really.
I remember that.
Yeah, that was really good. So anyway, nice to see people. I'm going to jump off. Bye,
right.
everyone.
See you, Martin.
Bye.
Bye, Martin.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I should do more of those challenges, Instagram challenges. That was fun.
You should. You're really good at it.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Brickfella aspires to build anything that isn't a set. Creativity takes so long to get going. Patience runs out. Yeah.
That's understandable, dude.
Okay. Andozonia and Adenzonia. Does that ring a bell?
Adenzonia? Yeah, I think that might be it.
Yeah, they're part of the family called Bombaceae.
That sounds.
Yeah, I had to really. Yeah. And they're just basically short trees with very, very broad canopies.
There's also those trees that apparently it's like a lot of trees. So, but they grow so close together that they all form into one small, short, but very thick tree.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff, we can't hear you.
Actually, I had another battery pack charged and ready, so I was.
Oh, awesome! Yeah, I saw your
Nice.
camera was beeping, so I'm glad you were able to switch it over.
Ready to rock and load, I guess.
It's wireless?
No, it's a Canon camera, and It requires a battery to operate, even when I have USB plugged into my computer. So,
Unbelievable.
yep.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's
So similarly, Jeff, if I'm streaming on before I got my charger that plugs into the plug, I was plugging it into my computer, and my phone would die in the stream. So I'd have to like. So now I'm plugging it into a plug, which is good. It keeps it charged nicely.
yeah.
You're still using the app for the phone?
On no, this is now a webcam for YouTube, but for Instagram, you can only use your phone.
Yeah.
There is a way to do it with your computer, but I'm not going down that road.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Also,
invested in a nice webcam. So
there you go.
yeah, it's supposed to be able to zoom. So let's see what happens, or not zoom rather, but focus.
Mm.
It's supposed to be.
It's going to be Rebecca.
Yeah, it doesn't always do what it's supposed to do. Apparently,
It's getting there.
come on now.
Just got a little
there you go. Look at that.
Hey, that is crystal clear, my friend.
That is great. Now here's the problem. If I take it away,
It looks like we've all been drinking a bit.
yeah,
Gotcha.
now I have to bring it back a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Back a bit more. I got it to work that last time.
Sorry, I can make you bigger if you want, Rick.
No,
Okay.
now is not a good time.
Okay. Jeff.
Oh my god. Holy cow.
Oh, thank you, Jeff.
I didn't even say anything.
I know, but I just looked up and saw you do that, and I'm like, oh crap, did I just say that?
There we go.
Mhm.
So, thank you, Jeff.
You're welcome. I
enjoy
am,
the humor.
you know. All right, so my little boot scoot is done. There's nothing more I can do to it to make it.
Show us.
But yeah.
Yvonne, I'm not working on anything actually. I'm just relaxing and
There we
Yeah.
go.
We people Rick it last night.
There you go. Got a little,
It's pretty cool.
just a little, a little boot scoop.
I like it.
Yeah, there's
Is
a little
that-
control stick there, and it's got a little computer monitor so you can see what he's doing.
Gotcha.
Got some storage in the back.
It's always good to have a trunk.
Yep.
You need to put some junk in that trunk, though.
I do.
Yeah. And is that like a footrest or something on the side?
This,
Yeah.
so no, I just thought it would be cool for like a little gauge to
Okay.
fold in
Yeah.
and fold out in case he needs to take a look at it. I don't know. It's,
Cool.
It's very small.
Yeah.
More of a civilian thing, I think, and I've been building like, pseudo military-esque things, and I was like, well, what would like a normal person in the future cruise around on?
Yeah. That's a good question. Dave is currently pulling parts for a set because he's going to do another video soon.
6969.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah. Good. Good.
No,
choice.
it's not. It's insectoids. It's not nice at all. And it has a lot of old dark gray in it. And of course, I did that build for Chris's thing, and that's where I used all my old dark gray, and that's
Okay,
where
yeah.
it all is. So I'm having a tough time finding old pieces I need.
Yeah.
So I'm blaming Chris for this.
He was on earlier too. You should have blamed him then.
Well, I didn't realize that until now because I'm in the dark gray section on Puron. So
Rick's doing nothing. Jeff's building a little buggy. Chantel is.
Turning
What do
this
we-
into a little house.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's the. Hold on. I'm gonna move you up here and you can show it a little bit.
yeah, let's see that on. I want to see what that looks like on the inside.
Those are one of the new IKEA bins.
Yeah, I just started it, just kind of planning it out and making a little indigo chair, except
Okay.
for I'm missing the parts I need in the right shape. So I'll just have to make it half indigo and half gray, or add another color.
There you go. You can make the chair part where you rest your keister, maybe that indigo color, and then the armrest gray. That's
Mhm.
It's a pretty good color combination. Yeah, sets from scratch. I don't really build a lot of sets on. I don't know. It's complicated.
He does build sets, just he likes building from like that was just table scraps type thing, like just pieces he had lying around for inspiration. So I'm working on the front entrance of the castle right now. Trying to get the land done. I'm taking a little break from the interior of the castle. But hopefully later this week I can, maybe by Friday, I can acquire some more parts and continue some work on the castle. And David hasn't actually popped on and bugged me about the castle yet. But I'm pretty
Thank God his kids needed to go to sleep.
Yes. So yeah.
Those are some bricks. All right.
Yeah. It's always looking for those parts, right?
Rest in pieces, headphone users.
No. Oh, he put headphones on.
I did.
Yeah, we can hear you. There. The fun part about building is taking stuff apart every time, going, nope, that doesn't work. Try again.
I mean, that's what I'm doing right now with that gray spaceship, the bigger gray spaceship, like the little fighter.
Yeah.
Because I didn't like it. Well, I did like it. I just wanted to make like the little landing pegs here that I got that bright blue. So it's
Nice.
like little adjustable thrusters. Like.
Ooh, that's looking nice, man.
I like that ship. That's awesome.
And so the other side is like blue and pristine, and it's supposed to be how it is, right? Like.
Oh, I see.
And then I figure maybe on this side, it just found like a detailed, like rusted.
Oh yeah.
Smith tile. So like.
It's kind of like battle damage fixed with parts that are kicking around type thing.
Yeah, like maybe like maybe him and his partner or whatever, like a survey team, right? And like these are the two ships that they have, and they're like always constantly worked on, and I don't know. It's just
they're they're out in the far reaches of space, so they can't easily get their ships fixed and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's awesome.
I have been a proud member for a year now.
Cool.
Nice.
Yep.
So, Rick, have you thought any more about the shows you might want to go to?
Oh boy, I have, but I haven't come to a decision.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Jeff,
are you going to be at Cascade? Jeff.
Oh, sorry, Jeff.
If it's in the budget.
Okay.
I was just looking at the hotels in Cascade because I will be there as well, and I found a hotel that's like a block from the event.
Okay.
Like the main hotel, the Hyatt, which is the expensive one, which still doesn't have any doubles or any queens available, like any double bed, like 2 beds in the room. It's about 250 Canadian a night. And I found one that's like literally 1 block further away from the venue, and like the Hyatt is literally across the street. So one that's like basically a block down, and it's like a 2-star hotel, whereas the Hyatt's a 4-star, and prices were I think 160 a night
for a 2-star hotel.
Well, yeah.
Holy gosh!
I'm going to look further out as well, but I also, based on what you mentioned yesterday, Rick, about the neighborhood, I'm kind of like I'd rather stay closer than further.
Right? Yeah. I'm going to look. Wow. That's starting to kill it for me now.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, I mean, if I'm hoping to be able to split the room cost with someone, obviously. Too.
Well, I was going to say we could share a room.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That helps.
Yeah. But, yeah, Bricks
That's
Cascade.
right, Emily. We're talking about Bricks Cascade.
I'm assuming Emily goes.
Oh, yeah, she's going. Yep.
Yeah,
Awesome.
seeing the amount of exclamation marks, I was assuming that she was.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, I've always wanted to
Yeah,
get it to the West Coast and do a show. So
And so, would you bring? You're flying, so you wouldn't really
Yeah.
be able to bring anything to display. I mean, you could-
when I booked my flight, I did book like a suitcase.
awesome.
Again, I like one of the reasons why I'm doing this, and I've said it a few times, but I'll say it again, is I had a WestJet gift card, which is one of the Canadian Airlines, and I've had it for four years now, and never used it because I have 2 kids, and there's no place that you can fly with 2 kids and yourself for $700 Canadian. So Brett and I was listening to a stream once with Brett and Rick, and Brett was talking about Rick's Cascade, and I'm like, oh, I wouldn't mind going there. So I looked up prices, and I paid $25 for a flight round trip with an extra suitcase and an upgraded seat. So
Yeah.
I'm like, but yeah, it's so I did say that I wanted to take a suitcase in the plane. I'll put all my luggage, like all my toiletries and all that stuff in there, and then I'll have my carry-on will be basically something that I build in Lego. I just got to figure out what I can build that's, a good enough scale.
And Emily is saying that the better way to go is to find an Airbnb.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Yeah.
Which is what we're doing for Brick Fair,
Alabama.
Alabama, yeah.
Alabama.
Yeah. Yeah, what I was seeing though, there wasn't a lot of B&Bs in the area when I was looking last, so I'll check that out again. Yeah, I'll look that up again. And I think the transit system's pretty decent there, so even if it is a little ways away, it might be reasonable. I don't know, stuff to look at. And we have a few other Canadians from the Toronto group going as well. Joseph.
Yep.
Joseph.
Opera? Is it opera or is it opera?
I don't know.
Not opera. It's
Not
a-
opera.
Yeah, it's the first one. Opera.
Opera?
Simon Liu as
I think
well.
it's opera.
Opera? I thought it might be something like that.
Yeah, Simon's registered to go as well. We saw, and so it's going to be kind of cool to see those guys again. I mean, I haven't seen Simon for a few years.
I've never met Simon.
No, okay, but you're in his club.
I
You're in the club.
only just joined this year, and was only been one in person. Was he at the Tread Games?
No, I've only met him in the stream.
Okay. I've seen him, and I know he's been in the stream. I don't remember his face. All right, so let's see how many dark red. 59? No, that's the color.
59 what? Oh, you're looking at how many pieces you need to order?
I'm trying to figure out how many dark red slopes I need. So I'll need to go back to the model maker, and I finally got the parts list printed, so I can now go to Bricklink and order the parts. So I'm looking for part 3684C.
If you're going Bricklink or you're going to Bricks and Pieces.
Bricks and Pieces.
So just use 3468. Don't enter the C.
Right. I'm looking right now. I'm just looking on the parts list to figure out how many of those I need.
Oh yeah, okay. So. I am liking the setup on my new desk here. Being able to have stuff all around me and be open behind. It's making it a lot easier to build. Which means I'm happy that my basement had a flood.
Are you?
No, not at all. But I mean, it did make me change the room layout or figure out something that mostly works. I mean, I lost a little bit of display space, but I'm also going to be able to take over another room in my basement soon because my kids have said that they don't use that room anymore.
So there are 759 2x4 bricks in that that mountain that I built.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And that is completely hollow on the backside. That's like a sloping up. So I would need 10 times that, or a bunch of those IKEA boxes.
Yeah, I saw someone was building a castle with those. It was
It was
Brick's
Martin.
Town.
It's
Yeah, it was
Martin.
Martin.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that. I was like, oh wait, he did that.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
I don't
we
know how
were
much
talking
those
about it.
boxes cost, but
Well, not as much as
As
7,000 bricks, I would think.
yeah.
I think they're 40 or 50 bucks for the big one.
Okay. Well, Chantel, how the one that you bought? How much was that one?
I think it's 15 for the set of 3.
15 for the set of 3, and they're all the same size.
No, one's bigger, and then
Yeah.
there's 2 small ones.
Okay, and is that bigger one the biggest one that they have, or is there?
No,
another?
they have like I think there's 2 bigger ones in this.
Okay. It's funny because I went to IKEA a couple of weeks ago and I forgot to look. Because you
I
don't usually
noticed-
go to IKEA for Lego.
Got it, because it's just so interesting, like IKEA and Lego.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. For sure.
Come on, man.
Where are we going?
So I am. I'm gonna take off, y'all. So you have a nice night.
All right,
Thanks for
Jeff.
having me. Yep.
Take care, Jeff.
Take it easy, buddy.
Later, guys and gal.
Yeah.
Talk to
Have
you
a nice
soon.
night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bye-bye
yeah.
too.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, he's still there.
He is.
I was looking down when I said, okay, now that he's gone. No, I'm just joking.
Man, that guy.
Oh my God. No, I'm just joking.
But if you're gonna build them, you gotta keep in mind that they don't actually like connect, click in. This is just loose, and then when the whole box sits on top bricks, it's also just loose.
So
Okay.
I was thinking about that, and I was thinking you could create with brackets,
Yeah.
downturned and upturned brackets. You could create a lock that would
Mm-hmm.
hold it in
Yeah.
place. But
That
yeah,
would work.
Because
I'm
you
assuming
can
they are.
touch on there.
I'm assuming like the whole height of the box is proper brick scale as well. Like it is.
it works
Yeah.
out to a certain number of bricks. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I haven't had a chance to investigate them, and I should have when I went to IKEA last week, or last month.
Yeah, they're fun. I'm gonna make little modulars, like sections that can just slide in and out, and then you can like change up whatever scene you
Yeah.
want inside for
That's a good
different
idea.
styles of rooms,
I
and
like
then
that.
make some apartments or like a tower of them.
Dave keeps looking at his screen, and he's kind of getting in close and squinting. So I've been doing that too, and then I realized, oh wait, he's looking at parts lists.
Not anymore. I'm building that.
Oh, okay. Well, he's looking at the
And the
instructions. and he's
instructions
gotta
are
be
like in a
close.
little window, so I can see the rest of you guys. So there's a
Don't
little
you have-
window.
Dave, it's called a second monitor. You work in IT. You should
I'm on
have.
my
Like,
laptop for crying out loud.
you don't have a second monitor for your laptop?
Not right now.
I'm on my laptop. I have 3 monitors.
At work, I have a whole bank of monitors, but here, me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been almost done this. Well, mostly done this module.
That can't be possible.
What?
It shows I need 15 of the. No, that's not possible.
15 of the. No, it's not possible. I don't know what the piece is. I've never heard of it.
It's a dark red slope, but it's not. It's not possible that I only need 15. There's like
Oh.
many more.
What is it
Are
that
you
you're
saying-
building?
My Bates Mansion. Have you seen it, Chantel?
No, I don't think I have.
Oh, okay. 1 second, I'll share a photo for you. So
You need
that
to pop it
can
up, or
see
can you?
Yep, I'll do it.
Okay.
You just have fun with what you're doing.
That's right.
Oh, I am. I'm building and having fun.
Yeah, I try keeping up with like Instagram and what people are building, but sometimes I just fall behind.
Yeah, it's very easy to do.
Let's go with this one first. And anytime now.
Chantal, there's a question.
There you go, Chantel.
Oh, there you go.
That's amazing. I love it.
Thank you.
And I'd assume that those IKEA boxes are good support. Actually, Rick, just get some of those IKEA boxes.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we were
yeah,
talking about.
yeah.
Sorry. I do recall that conversation. I just didn't realize that that's where it stemmed from.
Yeah.
Now back to the beginning of the conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. There it is in all its full color. So so I'm looking at getting these dark red slopes, and there's definitely more than 15. There's more than 15 just in this section.
Have you got
alone.
a sub-assembly selected or something? I'm not sure how it works.
I
but,
don't. I just printed it as a parts list, and it. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Brickfella.
Do you actually build a sub-assemblies for those parts, for those sections?
Thank you, Mr. Blue. No, I did. The roof is the entire roof
is one whole thing.
Is one. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So this is basically from the ridge line up is a sub-assembly, but that's only so that I could control and lift it off and do work on the inside.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it possible you used sometimes there's two different versions of the same part, and sometimes when I have used Bricklink, I would go back and I will find the piece again, and then realize these two pieces look the same in digital, but they're actually slightly different versions.
Right.
That is possible. That's a good point.
These are all the same, because I think there's only one type of dark red, 2x2 by 4 high. Or 3 high. I don't even know.
Yeah, 3 high. Yeah.
Nice use of revolvers. Yes, thank you. Yeah, that was fun. That was in very early detail. It's getting all grainy now, but I was trying to get something that would work to slope up there, because these are inverted slopes here.
Yeah.
I wanted something that would slope up but wouldn't interfere, and also had detail to it, like greebling type detail. So the revolver was perfect.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I put inverted jumper plates into this arch piece, and 4 fit exactly, and then standard tiles down the side on snot bricks.
Yeah.
To give I only wanted the frame of the window to pop out by half a plate or a quarter plate thickness rather than a half plate, because it was too much if it was out by a half plate. And this one I just had to go with this, so I couldn't do it there. It was just too tight. And I used the new
lipstick
bar piece without the like it used to be like this one here.
The T.
But now it's the T without the perpendicular leg.
Okay. Yeah,
and also there's no ball. It's like a circular tube around.
Yeah, it's a pneumatic hose attachment type thing, but
yeah. That's right. Yeah, I think it is hollow.
Yeah, no, it's not hollow all the way through. I did buy it.
Oh, okay.
I checked it out because I was wondering if it was, and it's not just a pneumatic extender. It actually is solid through.
Right.
Which is interesting because they usually put holes through things in case kids swallow them.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's such a small piece.
It's almost like a pill in and of itself, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you making signature minifigures for it? Yeah, I would love to actually. I definitely would like to have a Norman and actually, whoa, what am I doing here? Did that affect your screen?
No.
Okay, good. I zoomed this interface and everything got all screwy, but it's all back to normal for me now.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I'm doing let me go back a couple of images here. If you look in this image here, you will see Mother. Right up in there.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
So that's just a fully blacked out minifigure, just to get the effect of sort of behind the veil, if you will, or behind the curtain, even though there isn't a curtain. I wonder if they created that connector piece in complement to the lipstick rubberized element. Yeah. I don't know.
I do think they did do it to complement it, because the lipstick has a slight angle, like it has a piece cut off.
Yeah.
So
it does
stick as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. And I'll actually, since we're talking about that piece, where's my thing here? I built this using the lipstick. This is Spy Hunter. So those are the lipstick pieces right there, used as sort of bullets or rockets or whatever you have. Whatever you will. And this is a life preserver, or at least a flotation thing from an older set, like a lifeguard set.
Yeah.
Just turned it upside down. It looks like a boat, so it worked perfectly.
It does.
Chantal, this is a video game on the Commodore 64 from the 80s.
Yeah.
Spy Hunter.
Way before your time.
Yeah.
We're
My
not
sister
trying to make Chantal feel young here. We're just appreciating the fact that, we're old.
Here's another one. This is Contra. This is also from before your time, Chantal.
I do recognize the interface, so I can see it and see that it looks like an old video game.
Yeah. The old 2D moving to the side. Yeah.
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 It's awesome.
Yeah. Anyway. There we go. Oh my God, Contra. Yes. Brick fella.
It's really good. Rick's mock of that is just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Thank you.
While I never played, I totally appreciate it.
It was a great game. Fantastic.
I hate it when you lay a plate down and then you can't get it off. Like I put a 2x6 plate down on the base plate, and now I can't pull it off because it's like just permanently stuck.
So I have begun to use a very fine screwdriver.
Oh yeah.
Flathead screwdriver, and if you just carefully, exactly, just very carefully wedge it underneath, you can just sort of do this with it, and it pries it up enough that you can get your fingernail under there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta be careful you don't push too hard and break.
Correct, and
or,
start to gouge the
scrape
plastic.
at it.
Yeah, because a brick separator is useless in that scenario.
Yeah, it's
Just-
not thin enough.
It doesn't get under there.
I just chose to leave it. I'm working around it.
Yes, you do, brick fella. The NES is a great system. I have an SNES, which I plugged back in a few months ago, and my girls played it for a few weeks or days rather, and then it was over. So I packed it back up, and that's it. They like Roblox on their laptop better.
Yeah.
I have a Commodore 64 Mini right out there because it came with a USB stick with every game that ever came out in the Commodore 64, and I play it all the time. And Josh is not remotely interested.
I haven't played mine for a while, but I got the mini as well. It was fun.
Do you remember those like micro arcade games that you could buy?
Yeah.
Oh, I love those things. My wife has a Frogger or Miss Pac-Man or Mrs. Pac-Man. Yeah. Just it's Chantal, if maybe you don't know, but it's like take an arcade system, like a big arcade box, and it's shrunk down to like desk size.
Wait,
It's
does
really
Chantal know what an arcade box is?
I think
I don't know. Do you know what an
Yeah.
arcade is?
Yeah, I do.
Cool. There's one in Terminator 2.
Do you know what Terminator? You know what the Terminator is?
Yes.
Sorry,
Have you seen Terminator 2?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah. Yeah, I did like that one.
Yeah, it's great.
The Terminators movies are kind of all blend together sometimes because they're kind of a bit similar.
pretty much.
I just realized I'm like laying green plate behind a castle wall where a building's going to be, and no one's ever going to see this. Why am I using green? And yet I'm still doing it.
Yeah. Oh, I got a nice comment from I guess it would be Jamie at the Brick Shack. He said, "I'm glad you like my shop. Next time you pop by, let me know and I'll make sure I'm there." Cool.
Cool. Yeah, we'll have to do that.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying to Brett, I had a call with Brett earlier, and I said I'd like to go back there in a couple of weeks to continue my search for plates.
Yeah. Yeah, because they said they usually dump about 40 pounds of Lego in each week.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
I can even probably ask him like when the next time he's doing it, or like if I know when he's doing it, then a heads up, because he could probably do that too.
Do you talk to them a lot?
I used to more, but yeah, I have talked to them a bunch.
Cool. Yeah, I'd like to get on like talking terms with them, and then like, yeah, they can let you know when certain things are in. Like, what was that set they were parting out that we were like scavenging off of?
Oh,
Was it
that was
mech or something?
Here, let me find it. I actually have. It's like one of those people packs that you get at the Lego store.
Oh,
the-
okay.
Marvel version of that because they have different kinds. Here, I'll go find it.
Yeah, it had a lot of great parts.
you mean the The one that you sat there for 20 minutes trying to pick pieces out and then realized I want everything and just dumped it into your cup.
Yeah, that one.
That was
Yes.
hilarious, really. That really was hilarious. Oh, cool. Oh, okay.
So
Oh, is that what it was?
probably
Oh, yeah, that's the one that had
just the
spider ham.
parts from that little cart there mostly.
Oh,
might have been
hold that
another-
up. I haven't. Yeah,
Yeah, hold
I'm
on.
gonna-
I'm gonna full screen you for a second.
That's my guess. I don't know 100%. I think there might have been another mech thing as well, but definitely.
No,
from the-
yeah, I think it was just the car.
yeah.
But that explains because I bought 2 of those figures as well. I bought the Spider Ham and the Iron Man because I could never find that set.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, it's definitely that car, the large wheel in the back and the small wheel
Yeah.
at the front. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
I can build that car.
it's interesting they do that then. That they
Yeah.
they basically part out like they pull the figs. They bought that set early for the figs, and the rest they
Yeah.
just dump.
So Brickfellow tried to get his 5-year-old daughter into Super Mario, but it doesn't take long, and she'd rather watch me play it only. Yeah. And she gets frustrated. Yeah, my kids really loved playing like what was it that I played? Oh, Mario Kart on the Wii or the Wii U, one of the two. But they would fight over the controller, and yeah, that was it for me.
What we used to do is if we had a younger sibling was we'd give them the extra remote and then
Yeah.
like that's because it'd be like so many different characters on the screen, I think 4 maybe. Sometimes it would be that one's yours. It's not actually connected, and then they'll have fun like thinking that yay I'm winning or yay I'm playing this game, and really they're not actually. Then we have an extra player.
Yeah, we totally did that with our kids too.
Yeah, we've got Shane McQueen in the house. Good evening.
Shane,
James,
hey, Shane's local. Shane, I can't remember if you're in our chat, but if you want to jump in and you don't have a link, I can send you one.
Yeah.
Shane's from up in my area a little bit. Not quite near me, but close enough. Wow, it's actually almost 10 o'clock too. If you guys are like, we've been on for 2 hours, but I'm okay continuing on if you guys are.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang for a little bit longer, but I will split.
Yeah, at some point I'll end the session, end the chat when there's no one left to talk to.
Right.
But
When you're just here alone.
well, yeah, that's usually how things start. And,
Yeah. She does love Super Mario figure in the new Lego series. Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, dude, Jude.
Yeah, dude's been on for a while.
Yeah.
But
Dude, Jude.
I wonder how many times he hears that in his life.
Mm-hmm.
There was a guy out in Ottawa who we used to hang out with, and his name was Jude. And every time I'd see him, it's like, "Hey, Jude," and I'm like, "Oh, sorry,"
Yeah.
because it was really not on purpose. Oh, he's
Shane's
at
at work. Oh, where?
Poor guy. Well, I'm glad we can keep you entertained at work.
Yes.
I do appreciate being entertained by bricklinkers at work, or bricklinkers, YouTubers at work too. Do you think I have enough green, Tyler? Far too much. And my apologies because I just realized I flexed.
Flexing. I got to get some of that flex tape. So I could just hold it up like, oh, what's his name? I haven't seen him in the stream in ages.
Titanium J.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he's back at school, and I don't think he's. I think he's sharing a room now. Like through COVID, he didn't have to share a room.
Oh yeah.
So he was able to just jump on chats whenever and stuff.
Makes sense.
That's my assumption. I don't know for sure. He is still in chats. He just doesn't actually like he's in the chat part of our conversations and stuff, but he doesn't
Turn his camera on, or
doesn't join in as often.
Yeah.
We'll probably start seeing him again during Christmas though. Maybe even this week for Thanksgiving. Hey Yvonne, when you're done, I have dishes can be done too. Come for a visit. I'll let you build a Lego set. Which is now something I can say, and she'll actually be interested. Guess how often people have known for years call me Alex.
Mm.
Yeah, and that's kind of an interesting thing too. Like, I mean, when we do all start meeting each other in person, more or less, you know, are people going to call me VW? Are they going to call me Canadian Jeff? You know,
Yeah.
Are we going to call Rick Brick?
Well, this is funny. I don't go by Rick anywhere else.
Oh, you go by your full name.
Or Rich. But
Or
I
Rich,
like
yeah.
Brick for Lego because it keeps it
Separate.
Lego centric.
Yep. Then you know where people have met you or have
Correct.
seen you.
Yeah.
Too.
And it's kind of starting to catch on for me too. So
Cool. Well, and it rolls off the tongue too.
Rick. Yeah, and so does Brick.
There you go.
Because every once in a while somebody calls me Brick.
There's another word too, but we don't need to use that one.
Yeah.
'Cause it's not
I've never
true.
been called by that name, thankfully.
Well, not even when someone's mad at you?
No.
Huh.
Yeah,
Well, this is the
I've
first
never
time
really
for
been
me.
called that.
You figure? I would just assume that someone has the name of Richard is going to get called.
Well, I mean, as a joke, a couple of people have called me
Yeah.
that, but not like really, like, you know.
Yeah, not on purpose.
Yeah. I gave up my real name. Never happens, though. Yeah, I know. Mr. Blue is a mystery.
Well, we like Mr. Blue, so there's that.
I do like Mr. Blue.
It's fun having people.
I
in
see
chat.
Mr. Blue literally everywhere.
Yes.
I could be in London for London Bridge Bricks. There's Mr. Blue. I could be over on Brick Hive. There's Mr. Blue. I'm pretty sure Mr. Blue, correct me if I'm wrong, but were you not also hanging out at Sarah Star Bricks for a while there? Oh, his real name is Nathan.
But Nate is okay. Are you okay if we call you Nathan or Nate? Or
He
do you
says
want to
Nate
be
is
us?
okay also.
Okay. Cool.
Well, nice to meet you, Nathan.
Yeah. Same.
Oh,
Well, I know
more than
Mr. Blue.
like the Blue Men group. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I know Mr. Blue has been Mr. Blue Sky and just Blue and lowercase Mr. Blue as well.
Yep,
So
that's right.
I have always assumed it was the same person because the avatar is the same.
Yeah, I know. Likewise, I haven't. I don't know if you meant to say I haven't seen Sarah Starbucks lately because I haven't. She's been kind of missing in action. I think she got back to work and her work schedule changed and she wasn't able to stream where she was regularly streaming. So I think I haven't had a notification in ages. So I'm actually just going to do a quick little search here. See when her last video was published.
I'm doing a quick little search. Where's that been?
She's actually his middle name is Nathaniel. Oh, Duju's middle name is Nathaniel. So she posted a set piece video 2 weeks ago, and then before that, 3 months. It was a Lego community stream, and then before that, the last stream she did was 9 months ago. So
Wow.
it just so happened that when I started working on my own, when I left my company in February, I caught her stream, and it happened to be right in the middle of the day. So I was really enjoying catching her stream and working at the same time. And then I went back to work, and I missed about 3 or 4 weeks of her streaming. And then she went back to work and stopped streaming. So,
Yeah.
but she has a great stream. Nice, relaxed. She's
I
good
watched a
people.
few of them on and
Yeah.
off too for a little while. But yeah, I guess I haven't for a while, and that makes sense if she's not actually online. Or not streaming. So,
Hey, Brick Princess.
hello, Brick Princess.
I happen to know
What do you do?
Brick Princess's husband
That sounds
from
creepy.
years and years and years ago.
Oh, okay. Not so creepy then, I guess. You went
No,
to
not
school?
yet. No, he was a friend of a friend.
Okay.
And I think it was either earlier this year or late last year, he reached out to me and said, "Hey, you're into Lego? No way." So that's how
That's
I
kinda
got to
weird.
know Brick Princess. Looks like Sarah Starbucks participated. Yes, she did participate in a 72-hour stream. She did, yeah.
So is Brick Princess local to us then, or
I'm not really sure exactly where she lives, but she is like relatively close.
okay?
And she has a killer Lego room, all lit up, and it's crazy awesome.
And
That's
does
cool.
she stream? Because I don't know that I've ever seen one of her.
I think she does have a YouTube channel.
Cool. I'll have to have a look.
Yeah.
Okay, I still need to do the door. Oh, you're in Milton. Oh, holy
Milton.
crap.
Wow.
Okay,
Yeah,
you're pretty close. You're kind of. I'm Peterborough. Dave's Hamilton. Chantel's similar area.
Yeah.
And Rick is Kitchener, Cambridge, right? Cambridge.
Yeah.
So
You were at the poker games? Come on.
we played poker.
That is nuts.
Oh, poker games with your friend.
Yeah, because we used to have big tournaments. They were great. So much fun.
That's crazy.
That is
How
awesome.
you've met someone that you never knew, and now you're reconnecting with them through a totally different way.
Yes.
That's
And
awesome.
then at Phil's. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. That's so great. We need to meet sometime, like get on a stream or something. It's also Victoria builds. She's from Mississauga. I found that out today.
Oh, okay.
And I used to live, like I grew up in Mississauga, so
Yeah, okay.
I could possibly know her too.
That's funny. I
Yeah, it
lived
is.
in Mississauga for a few years,
Mhm.
but I grew up in.
That's looking
I
great.
grew
By
up
the way, Jeff.
in thanks. I went to high school. Well, I went to school in Caledon. I grew up in Cheltenham, which is a small town just north of Toronto or north of
Okay, yep.
Brampton. We lived on a farm there for years. So I went to school in Caledon East, like grade school in Caledon East. I went to Notre Dame in Brampton for high school, Sheridan College in Brampton for college, and then moved into Hamilton. I lived in Hamilton. I lived in Mississauga. You know, I've been everywhere. Now I'm up in Peterborough just because it was a cheap place to live after the divorce happened. So.
Yeah, I lived in Toronto until I was 9, and just before I go on, feels like ages ago. Absolutely, it does. It feels like a lifetime ago. I mean, it had to have been, wow, at least 15 years, if not more.
Cool.
At least. I lived in Leaside in Toronto until I was 9.
Okay.
Moved out to Mississauga. My parents sold the place in Toronto for more than they bought the place in Mississauga for, and the place in Mississauga was twice the size, 4 bedrooms, you know. And yeah, I lived there until I was 33.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that is right.
Half of my family lives in Milton.
Huh.
I remember when Milton was just a tiny little blip of a city.
Yep.
Just maybe like a few hundred homes, you know, and now it's just, yes, we are. Yeah, we are also part of Torolog. Yeah, so we will definitely see each other again, but in a very different capacity. Although if a spontaneous poker game breaks out, I will not be unhappy because I do miss playing poker. We can play for bricks. That's our ante.
I am not a part of Torolog at the moment, but I think I should join.
Totally.
So,
I mean, you're in the region, so.
well, yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know that I'll be able to come out all that often, but.
Well, they were talking about doing traveling gatherings. So taking the gathering to different hotspots where groups of people were. So, for instance, Kitchener-Waterloo, there's quite a lot of members there. I happen to be in that region. So they do an event out there, and then they do another one in Toronto, and
Yeah. And like right now, there's still a lot just online you can take part in because they have the Slack going and different stuff happening and going back and forth with people and just working at stuff.
Cool. Yeah. So how do I join? What do I need to do?
yeah, we can.
There's an email that I can send you, and I can also give them a heads up. And then you just email them, and they'll give you the form and everything to fill out, and then give you the link to the Slack.
Yeah.
All right.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah. Dave, you're in Torolog now too, aren't you?
Yippers.
Okay.
Not that I pay too much attention, but I don't pay attention to much. So
I haven't been on a Tuesday night call since oh my gosh, March,
Oh yeah, that's well. My kids got
April
cadet
maybe.
training, so-
But as Chantel was saying, they've kind of died off. I guess
okay.
they're
Yeah.
not really. Yeah.
It also might have been that I just haven't been on there lately. Who knows? It maybe, but from
Maybe
what
it's
I've
still
seen,
going. Right.
from what I've seen, the last few times I've been on there has been like 2 or 3 people, or it'd be just Joseph or just one person.
So Cal still plays. Does he still play with Phil? I know that that group of people that I was hanging out with, I kind of grew away from them just because I was moving around, plus family life got busy, so I didn't see them very often, and I wasn't close to them physically, so I couldn't get there all the time. But those were some great times. Great times. So we would have like 20 or 30 people in the house. Well, I'd say 20. 2 major poker games, 2 major tables, sometimes 3 tables, and then the winners from each would get down to the final table, and it was exciting. Texas Hold'em.
Yeah, never really interested in me poker. But
What's that?
I said poker's never really interested in me necessarily, but
Aha.
you know. Uh-oh.
Very
Yvonne,
good.
Jeff,
Yvonne,
big
Alex,
poker tournament this weekend. Are you in?
Me? No.
Is that what the message says? Big poker tournament. Are you in?
No, it was my niece giving us an update on the COVID cases in her northern Quebec town. It's finally hit their area, so
Oh, right. Yeah, you mentioned
So-
that.
yeah, they're up to 6 cases in a town of 300, which has almost no communication with you. It's like no travel, like you can only get there by plane, basically.
And
Oh, yeah.
still it got there. Wow.
Yeah, I mean it's taken this long, but I mean I guess the population hasn't really vaccinated because why do we need to? It's never really been here, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like they're anti-vaccine or anything like that. It's just, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of starting my road standard up for Castle again. Which, let me just lower this camera a bit. Okay, that's not gonna work. Let's just go down here. So I used to, years ago when I built a castle from at Brickfet, we had basically a road standard that was, 10 or 12 wide road in the center of the plate of a 32. Basically like a Mills for Castle, although it's not Mills standard because it's not the right height. So I think I'm going to actually continue doing that just because then I think we can, if others want to join in at some point, we can make Castle land a bit bigger.
That'd be
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah. So.
What a small world we live in, indeed. And thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, winning at poker would definitely help win Lego funds. I mean, my goodness, some of those pots were like $200 and $300. So you could walk away with a nice bit of money.
Pick out a nice set from the
Yep.
Lego store.
Yep. And back then it would have bought a lot more, would have gone a lot further than it does now. But still,
Yeah, that's true.
it would still be good now. So yeah. For me, it was just about the excitement. I just loved trying to bluff and then making it look like I was bluffing, even though I really had the winning hand. That was the best. So much
It's like,
fun.
oh wow, could you guys see what I was typing there? I just realized I was totally in camera.
I did. I can't believe you said that. I really can't believe it.
Shocking.
Yeah. I was saying to my niece that I was my sister said she was washing the dishes and listening to our chat, and I said I'm chatting and texting you at the same time. I didn't realize I was actually doing it like on screen, but anyway, I think the phone was at a weird angle. Not like it really matters. That's not the right size, please. I'm starting to get low on tan brick. It's starting to worry me.
I have some for you, Jeffy.
Do you? Yeah, but I was just there, Dave.
I know. But I've
Well,
been,
although I'll
I've been
put-
offered and you haven't taken me up on it. So,
No. No, well, I have lots of tan plates, so I'm just gonna plate it up and put plates down. If you know what I mean. If that made any sense. Got to basically put a row of bricks at the front and then plates behind it. So
Axel Plate wants to know if you're setting up a Tinder date.
who is she? Well, first of all, that was my niece, so no.
Yeah.
I'm not for that part of the world. No.
Did you highlight that, Jeff?
What? Yeah, I did.
Was that you that highlighted that comment?
Yeah. Why?
Oh,
Did
okay.
you?
No.
You try?
No, my hands are here. I just.
Yeah. No, I saw it pop up. So
Okay.
when I do see things that are good, well, not that are good, but when I see things that are funny or appropriate, anyway.
Man.
And if it was a Thinder date, then no, because I'm not thin. That's good and cool. So, Brick Princess, what do you like collecting and building? And Lego is a valid answer, yes, but a little more specific would be fun too.
So, Brick Princess did. I saw this when she first let it out, but she did an awesome Inspector Gadget mock.
Okay. She on Instagram?
She is. She's got
Okay.
an incredible following.
Okay.
You have to see her Lego room. It's absolutely stunning. Looks like Cal won too many of those games there, Brick Princess.
Oops. That can't move that cord because that's my camera.
So she says, I collect a bit of everything, but I love building characters. Yeah.
Characters are awesome.
As it shows with her Inspector Gadget. It's fantastic.
I'm just looking now. I'm following. Oh, she's already been following me. I'm sorry. I'm following back.
Jeff is falling asleep at the wheel.
Oh, wow. That is
Jeffrey.
amazing, Inspector Gadget. That is
Uh,
awesome.
So she also has a YouTube channel that I'm not subscribed to. So I will subscribe right now, Brick Princess. And if you are not subscribed to mine, I will put it in the chat.
I wouldn't do that. Rick posts like hundreds of videos every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
He said
You
he was
won't be
going to
able to
post
keep up.
like 10, and now he's like 1,000. No, I'm just.
I'm going to skedaddle because I'm going to make a quick YouTube video and then I'm going to go to bed.
All right. Take care, man.
Because look, I finished it. Like, wow, it only took me a night. Yay! I've never built this one before.
I don't know if that link worked.
6969.
Oh, thanks. Well, that's Brickham's Den. You just sent your own. Oh.
I was trying to do that.
Yeah, you really need to log out of my account and log to yours since I did set those up for you guys.
Yeah, I know.
Well, Jeff always posts our links below anyway, right? I mean, in the YouTube channel, we're all listed, right?
Oh, yeah, we are. So if that link that I just put in the chat doesn't work, just go below the video and you'll find the link.
You can always just copy and paste it as well.
There's a link tree link there.
If she does subscribe, if she's not already subscribed, she will be my 200th subscriber.
Woo-hoo!
200.
I have a Princess here, but I don't know if it's the right one. Can you throw her URL in there too?
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Take care, Dave.
Thanks for training with us.
Talk to you guys on Wednesday.
Okay.
All right, we'll see you Wednesday.
I should be there.
All right.
Again,
cool.
my whole life is kind of like daily.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, what he didn't tell us yesterday is he went to a wedding last night.
Yeah, but we didn't know about the wedding last night until like 7 o'clock yesterday morning.
Oh, really?
That's short notice.
This is the winging it part with my lifestyle right now.
Oops, I'm trying to copy
Oh,
it.
that was the wrong link.
There were issues that we won't go into, but the mother of the groom, who's a friend of ours for the last 40 years, got on our little chat, frantic, saying, "Guys, please come to the wedding because everybody's bailing because of whatever issues that we won't talk about right now." And this is her son and the beautiful daughter-in-law, future daughter-in-law. So all of us friends that have known each other for 40 years, just sure, we're going to be there. So it was a beautiful night. And the dinner was wonderful and whatever. And, and I know that her son, because I was back in the day when our friends all got married and started having kids, we'd all just kind of gang up on the whole hospital every time a kid showed up in the world and flirt with nurses and bug doctors and hold babies and stuff and get pictures and whatever. That's what we did. Like, we're pretty solid and tight with this kind of stuff. But William, who got married, I remember growing up because every weekend we have a coffee at church, blah, blah, blah. But I hadn't seen him in 10 years. And I had no idea that he was dating and then no idea he was getting married until yesterday morning. So this is the winging it part. We show up and we have a good time.
Yeah.
And I mentioned this and I won't go into too much, but it was a blessing after the previous month and a half where I'd been to 4 funerals / visitations for funerals / whatever, for friends and friends' parents and whatever. So having a wedding kind of impromptu thrown in the mix there, it was very nice. So
Yeah.
As part of as we get older, this is what happens. More people pass away, our peers or role models, whatever. So it was nice to have a wedding thrown in there. And anyway, I'm not going to talk about it too much. So,
Fair enough. No, I was just being sarcastic about it.
no. And it was, as I said, I found out about it like right before they posted at 7 o'clock yesterday morning. Stanley mentioned it to me, and because I don't check my text too often, and so it was like I'm basically packing to go see you guys to break back. And she says, "Oh, by the way, William and the marriage wedding, and Helen wants us to show up." Absolutely. So it was like, okay, it's fine. We'll just roll with it, like we always do. And it was a great afternoon with you guys, and it was a great evening at the wedding. So
cool. Yeah, it was great seeing you. Dave builds Classic Space Brick Princess just before he takes off. His Sparky 1701 is his YouTube.
YouTube channel Sparky 1701. Technic and Classic Space, and the most of the stuff behind me is 1972 to 1998 Lego collection. I rarely buy anything new, but I am
and a
old
red
school.
bunny. Can't forget about the
I
red
think it's red bunny.
Yeah.
Red bunny. I do a lot of aftermarket. I mean, after used market sales, I go to Value Village. I go to thrift stores. I go on Kijijis. I buy a ton of used brick now, but that's because I like the old brick.
Yeah.
So,
and I give Ricks to Rick, and Jeff, and whoever else asks.
Yeah. We help each other out when we can.
We help each other out.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
For
sure.
Anyway, I gotta go.
Yeah. All right. See you, Dave.
Have a good night, man.
So, Chantel, what do you like building?
Yeah. We'll go random. It's mostly just like whatever I feel inspired by. Usually I find it's colorful or vibrant or like, I don't know, lively, if that's a word to describe a build. But yeah, just whatever. I'll build a house one day, build a roller coaster the next, maybe a spaceship.
Yeah, and I'm the same way. Jeff just threw something in the background.
Yeah,
that he originally built in real life, and then I rebuilt it in studio for him so that he had a nice image to use. And I build like you, Chantel. Whatever hits me, whatever I feel like building at the time. For the build challenge that Kate did on Instagram, I built the Bates Mansion. For that, and that was all digital, but it's all buildable in real life, and I've already started collecting pieces that I will build that with. So
yeah, and I build everything as well. I have town, I have castle, I have space. Right now it's castle. I kind of alternate through. I have I built the micro scale Royal York Hotel and Union Station.
Oh, yeah, amazing.
Yeah, I love those ones too. They're awesome. So those they'll come out at Bricks in the Six probably. Assuming it happens. I'm hoping it does.
Me too. I need that to happen.
Yeah, and I mean this castle here is massive, but you already know that Brick Princess probably because you were following me on Instagram and I wasn't following you.
Showing pictures. I don't. So there's a question from Axel Plate. Do any of you build Technic? I don't. I don't build mocks with Technic.
Okay.
I have models that have Technic pieces in them. I don't have a Technic model, like a Technic set.
Yeah. How about you, Chantel? Do you have any Technic?
I have built some Technic, like I use some Technic sets. Usually I end up scrapping them because I don't find them very displayable. Just because they have too much showing. But I'll use Technic to make functions work, not necessarily visible when you see the mock, just because I usually find they don't look very nice.
Yeah.
Okay. And I build Technic, like I build Technic sets. I've done some great ball contraptions through COVID and before. I don't do a lot of them. Like I bought the Land Rover Discovery set. Is that the right name? Yeah, that's the right one. Defender, the Land Rover Defender set I bought because it's one of those vehicles that I love the look of and I would love to own it, but there's no way I'm ever going to afford it. But I ended up building it or buying it and then buying all the parts to do it in white because parts were available. So I've got a white Defender sitting up on my shelf in the back, like kind of awesome. At a video. I used to build Technic more, but once in a while, if there's a set that interests me, I'll grab it. I also bought the Big Mac Anthem truck from a few years ago.
Nice.
And back. So I do. I usually I'll buy Technic just to get newer parts or see newer ways that they do things. But yeah, I don't purposely go ahead and build a Technic mock or anything like that.
No. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And much like Chantel, I've never built anything that moves. I never built anything with moving parts or mechanized. I need to do that because I'd like to expand my capabilities. But I have used Technic in models for strength because it's fantastic.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
If you do it the right way. So we have another question there. What is your favorite set for everyone? Oh,
you're muted.
How did you mute yourself?
Just before we answer that question, Brickfella, there is a really good tutorial on YouTube on how to take it apart quickly to actually get in and fix the gearing because I had to do it too.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, favorite set for everybody?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it because it's right behind me. It's new. It's new to it's my new favorite.
Is it your new favorite? Okay. Well, he's grabbing it. Chantel, how about you?
I don't own a lot of sets, but like my favorite set that I own would probably be the Treehouse, just because it's really bright and vibrant.
Okay, cool. Rick seems like he's.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. The motorcycle.
It is just so awesome.
Yeah. Are you a motorcycle fan? Like, do you drive?
I'm not like a motorcycle fanatic, but I love motorcycles, and I love the fact that they included a chain that actually moves the pistons inside the engine.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. Now the only problem is you can't see them moving because they're concealed but they do move.
But you know they're moving.
You know they're moving. It's got such great detail. It's so gorgeous. I just love it, and it's so displayable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
So for me, it's my new favorite. Before that, I would say it was probably the Jurassic Park T-Rex Rampage Gate set.
The one that gave you so many views on YouTube?
The one that gave me over almost, I think it's now 9,000 views.
Wow.
That's cool.
And when he was spinning the wheel, I could hear it move, Axel.
Yeah. Can you hear the move? You can. Yeah. Let me put it up to the microphone, see if it works.
And the Super Mario Cube walk.
Yeah, so not quite 9,000, 8,600. Looks like it topped out at 8,600.
Okay.
So here we go. See if you can hear this.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's much more audible in real life. Yes, the Harley. Yeah.
And I heard about the Vespa too.
Oh yeah. I don't have any of the large car sets. I do have James Bond's Aston Martin right there.
Mm-hmm.
I have a mock that I built of the APC from the movie Aliens right there.
Any chance to push that side? No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, right, eh?
No. I don't know that I have a favorite set. I mean, I love all the modulars. I look forward to them every year. I have all but one. The only one I don't have is the one that was built by the fan, which is the Dutch house, the light blue Dutch house, which wasn't originally a modular and became a modular after he passed away because he had cancer. Mm-hmm. So I'm, that from that point of view, I'm pretty much completing those, and like I'm gonna buy January 1st. I hope to buy the next one. whatever it's going to be. But yeah, I don't know that I have a favorite set.
It's
I mean,
it's hard to
it
pick.
changes all the time, right?
It changes.
I, mean, I love some of the old some of the old space sets and stuff, but I don't know if I've ever called them my favorite. I mean, I have a lot of sets on display. I mean, behind me up on that, well, I have the Hogwarts Castle up there and a bunch of mocks that I built, but
yeah.
And over there you can see the Land Rover in white. And I mean, like, yeah, vehicles. I like collecting the vehicles and stuff. I have the Mustang and the Caterham.
Caterham.
And I bought the yellow, the butter yellow car. I can't think of what it's called now.
Oh, the Fiat.
The Fiat, yeah. And I actually got the light blue one as well because I'm gullible.
Ooh, nice.
I haven't built it yet, but
I might actually go out and buy that Mandalorian or the Bad Batch ship just for the sand blue.
Okay.
I don't like it at all. Like it,
Oh,
I don't like.
Have you seen the show?
I have, and I didn't really catch on to me.
Okay.
But I do like the sand blue.
Well,
there's a couple sets right here that could become my favorite, like the typewriter. Once I finally build it, Ecto 1, the double decker bus. I'm pretty sure the ship in the bottle is going to be one of my favorites. It's right up there.
Yeah, that was a good build. I like that one.
Yeah,
I saw these on display yesterday. The dinosaurs, that looked amazing. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
The one that Chantel pointed at.
Yeah, I'm gonna get. I actually already have not the big one, but the
newer one.
No, the Slave 1 to go next to it.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Just the $50 one, not the big one.
You should buy that rebrickable one. The big Razor Crest.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. It's expensive.
This one.
It's phenomenal.
And what are they rebrickering? What rebrickable is out of other sets, right? Or is that you just using the parts in your collection? What's the site where you like, I have this set, what else could I build? And people make instructions for.
That might happen on rebrickable too.
It's an option.
Right.
Okay.
And I think there's also an option to actually buy bricks from vendors through rebrickable, right?
Yeah,
Am I
you
right?
click on it, it'll take you straight to Bricklink, or it's a bunch of other websites.
Right.
People, I think you should just use Bricklink because it's more recognizable, and then it'll give you the list, and then it'll tell you how figure out where you should buy it all from.
Sorry for the noise.
We just have to talk about Axel Plate's comment there. He says, "What? You don't have the Dutch house? Heresy."
I agree. And you know what? I honestly, it didn't. When the story behind that house was that I think his name was Jacob, and he was given basically he was like, here's the pick a brick selection that we have back in early 2000s. Build a set out of these pieces.
Oh yeah.
And he was amazing. He was an amazing builder, but he had such a limited palette that it just didn't look as good as I thought it would.
Oh,
I mean, I would technically, I think because it was a limited palette, I think it's easy enough to pull the pieces together and build it. Yeah, the typewriter is amazing.
Yeah, and ship in the bottle, great finish set. A little frustrating, but I actually took it to the beach for a photo shoot. I'm actually going to do the same thing.
Cool.
I had another idea with regards to a video, so that might happen too.
Take it down.
But I'll have to wait for the summer now. It's a little cold now, so I'll have to wait for the summer.
Nah. What did you say, Chantal?
It's just saying take it down to Lake Ontario.
Yeah. We went out to oh my gosh, what's it called? Oh my goodness.
Place.
Yeah, it was a beach, but it's out east. Sorry, west. You go west from where I am.
Life is simple there.
Yeah. Pet Shop Boys. They were great. Yeah, I forget where it was, but I'm going to go back there with it and do some photos. Long Point?
Yeah, I recognize the name.
Yeah. It's called Long Point. It's nice.
Anyways, we're pushing 2.5 hours, so we'll probably end the stream, I think.
Okay.
Getting a little bit, although I want to talk with you guys forever.
Yeah. Well, we have Wednesday.
We have Wednesday. Yeah. So we normally broadcast Wednesday at 9:00, usually about an hour and a half ish, give or take. Oh, really?
Right at
Really?
the end, Janie
Really?
shows up. Hey, Janie.
It's my bestie.
Okay. Well, I am going to go too. So,
All right. Well, hi, Janie. Thanks for popping in.
Hi,
We're
Janie.
actually
Bye,
just
Janie.
about ending because we've been streaming for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
And David never showed up. Never popped in to say hi in chat. Never popped in to say build my castle.
oh, yeah. I hope everything's all right.
Yeah. Janie, Brick Princess in the chat is local as well. So we've been chatting with her for a while. So
Yeah.
bye.
Awesome.
Anyways, so we'll call it a night. Thanks for hanging out with us. It's great being able to talk to people. I got a lot built. Yay.
Oh, and Brick Princess, just while we're chatting, if we head back to the Brick Shack, I'll let you know, and then maybe you can join us.
Yeah,
let
that'd
me
be
know
awesome.
too. If you guys make it up, if I can, if I don't have my kids that weekend.
Oh, we'll let you know. Don't worry about
Oh,
that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'll definitely drive out. It's worth the drive to come see
Cool.
you guys and raid that Brick Shack for parts.
Exactly.
So, all right.
Okay, guys.
Okay.
Talk to you later. See ya.
Have a good
I'm gonna hit the
night.
button.
Bye.